Is in today's session, we are going to discuss about iterative statement, or you can also call it as loops in Java. So these are the instructions which execute any code block repeatedly till your condition doesn't become false or till the condition is true. So it will repeat that code block for some number of times or till your condition is not achieved. Okay. So what are different types of iterative statement Java has provided? That also we will discuss one by one. So what are iterative statement? As I said, also called as, in simple terms, you can call it as loops. You can call it as repetitive instructions or iterative instructions. They execute some code block repeatedly till the condition is true. The moment condition becomes false, it's going to stop execution, right? Now in Java, there are four types of loops provided. Correct? Now, generally they are classified like whether they are entry controlled or exit controlled, means whether the condition is tested in the beginning or it is tested in the end or somewhere in the middle. Okay. Then they are also classified as whether it is enumeration controlled or logically controlled. Enumeration controlled means it will go for some fixed number of time, and logically controlled means till the condition doesn't become false. Till the condition is true, keep repeating. So that is generally called as a logically controlled. And when the number of iterations are known, then we call it as enumeration controlled. Okay? So either it is enumeration controlled or logically controlled, or sometimes they are classified as entry test, exit test, mid test. Okay. So in Java, there are four types. First is a for loop. Generally, for loop is called as a enumeration control. Why? Because here the number of iterations are known. Generally, they say for loop is to be used for that type of repetition where the count is known. Correct? So the number of iterations is known in advance. Usually, your counter starts from 1 till n or from n till 1, or it starts from 1 till n with a step of 2, or it decreases with a step of 2. Correct? So generally the number of iterations when are known, then we use for loop. Okay. So therefore you can call it as a enumeration control. Enumeration control means when the number of iterations are known. Okay. Then second is that is while loop. Now while loop is usually called as a logically controlled. Logically controlled because here how many number of iterations are there are generally not known. Okay. Or you can say they are entry tested, means in the entry only the condition is tested. If the condition is true, it will perform the body and again check the condition. So usually they are called as entry test or logically controlled. Okay. So in this case, it will perform the code block zero or more time. Why? Because the condition is tested in the beginning only. So in the beginning only, if your condition is false, it may not repeat the block. Okay. So the condition is checked before each iteration. Means before you're entering within the loop, at the beginning only the condition is tested. If the condition is true, it will allow you to perform the code block. Getting? Then we have do while loop. Now, usually do while loop is called as a exit test. Like this is called as an entry test. Do while loop is called as an exit test. Why? Because here it will allow you to perform the code block at least once. Means the code block will run at least once. Okay. So it will directly enter the loop. It will directly enter the loop. And then after performing the loop body at least once, it will do the check. Getting clear? So this is like going to a restaurant. So when you go to a restaurant, we don't pay the bill at the beginning only. We enter, we eat, and then at the exit, when we are about to come out, then we have to pay the bill. That way you can think. And here it is like going to a movie. First you have to take the ticket and then only you can enter into the multiplex, isn't it? So if you want to go to the movie, first you have to take the ticket, then only you are allowed to enter. So in the beginning only the condition is tested. The body must execute at least once. So there are situations where do while loop will be needed. I'll tell you, don't worry. And then we have for each loop. This is specially added. This is specially added in Java in the later versions. It was not added in the very first version. This is for traversing array. If you want to traverse an array and you don't know how many elements are there in the array, just you want to traverse all the elements one by one, or you want to traverse a collection object. We have to learn an entire collection framework, guys, where we will be learning each and every collection classes, whatever are provided. Okay, like set related classes, list related, then map related. A complete collection hierarchy will be learning. Okay, so a lot of things will be learning in that. So if you want to traverse a collection object, for that also this for each loop is used. Okay, so iterating over arrays or collection object. Now you don't know how many objects are there in the collection, or you don't know how many elements are there in the array. You just want to traverse each and every element in the array. That time, this for each loop will be useful. Get it? So all these four types of loops will be discussing one by one. Okay. So generally we call them like while loop and the do while loop as a which type of loop? Logically controlled. Okay. And this is generally called as a enumeration control. Okay. Enumeration control. So enumeration control or logically controlled. Enumeration means when the count is prior known, and for that much time the loop will go. We generally call it as enumeration. And when the count is not known, but we have a condition, and that till the condition is true, keep repeating, then we call logically. And generally the loops are also classified on where the test is done. At the entry, the condition is tested, or at the exit. So while loop is entry test. This is exit test. And we have infinite loops also. So in an infinite loop, if you want to jump out of the loop, then we have to test somewhere in the middle. Therefore, they are usually called as mid test. Okay. Now all these loops we will discuss one by one. First is a for loop. So already I told for loop, we have to use, generally prefer using for loop when the number of iterations are known. Okay. And always remember in all these types of loops, okay, usually we need one concept called as a counter. Okay. So what that counter is, that also we will learn. Like counter, you can say it is a variable, or it is also called as a loop controlling variable. Loop controlling variable. Okay. And what this counter stores. So it keeps the track of how many iterations are done till now. So you have to keep the count of iterations done till now. If suppose you want to do any task 5 times, so you'll keep a count like 1 time done, then one more time, then again you'll keep a count. Okay, one more time done, you'll update the count so that as many times we want to do, if that much is achieved, then we have to stop. So usually these counters are used in the loop. Counters are variables. They are also called as loop controlling variable. They keep the track of how many times the iterations are done till now. And they are usually initialized in the beginning. Then they are used in the condition test. Condition, when you're testing the condition, that that much time is done or no. So usually they are used in that condition, and within the loop body they are updated. They are updation, so that we will reach one step near to termination. One step near to termination. Otherwise, what will happen? We will not reach to the termination, and the loop will go into infinite. Getting? Now, how this for loop works? So this for loop will have three parts. One part is the initialization part. Then in the middle, we will have a condition. And the third part is the updation part, where that counter, which I just now said, loop controlling variable or counter is updated. Get it? And in the for loop, all the three parts are optional. So the syntax is like this. For is a keyword, this round bracket. And in this for loop, there are three parts. First is the initialization part, then the condition, and then the update. Okay. Now in initialization, you can declare and initialize as well. मीन्स आप लोग लूप को इधर वेरिएबल को यही डिक्लेयर कर सकते हैं यही इनिशियलाइज कर सकते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. या पहले डिक्लेयर किया एंड यहां सिर्फ इनिशियलाइज किया, विल डू. So you can only initialize here, first only declare and just initialize here is allowed. Now in that case, what will happen? After the for loop also the variable will be alive. ठीक है, वो वेरिएबल for loop के बाद भी अवेलेबल रहेगा. ठीक है, I'll just give you a demonstration. See, so if you're declaring the variable already, and in the for, the first part, the initialization, there you're just initializing, will also do. तो पहले पार्ट में आपने इनिशियलाइज किया, डिक्लेयर पहले ही किया. तो in this case, what will happen? After the for loop also, that I is alive, उसका स्कोप है, वो डिस्ट्रॉय नहीं हुआ है. But if you do the declaration and the initialization here only, in the first part of your for loop का जो first part है, वही initialize किया and declare किया. So what will happen is this counter will be available only for that for body. For body खत्म हुआ तो ये I available नहीं. That I is destroyed. Means I का scope किधर तक है? The scope of that I is only till the for body. ये for body में ही हम लोग ये I को use कर सकते हैं. When the for is over, we cannot use that I, because its life is restricted only till that for body, because it is declared and initialized. Initialized भी हुआ है, declare भी हुआ है. Directly in the first part. So here only it is declared initialized. So you can use only in the for body. When the for body is over, it is not available. Getting? You can do multiple declaration and initialization also, but it should be of the same type only. Yeah? Like और एक variable है, ठीक है, J. So you can initialize and declare multiple variable. Multiple variables को initialize and declare कर सकते हो, but same type के, multiple type के नहीं हो सकते. हाँ? Like एक I और दूसरा I एक integer है and दूसरा J float है, ऐसा नहीं चलेगा. Getting? So initialization and declaration of multiple data type not allowed. Multiple data type initialization allowed. Means पहले अगर I declared है, float declared है, and फिर इन दोनों को यहाँ initialize कर रहे हो, that is okay. ठीक है? But multiple data type का declaration and initialization not allowed. तो ये ऐसे थोड़े basic points हैं, वो याद रखो. ठीक है? See here. So for will have this first part, that is initialization. Then we have condition. Now condition should be a Boolean expression. ठीक है? ये condition जो होता है ना, ये condition, ये strictly एक Boolean ही होना चाहिए. Getting? It should be strictly a Boolean expression according to Java. Java is very strict type. Okay, so any condition you can write whose outcome is true or false. So usually we write a condition in which that counter is initialized. ये जो counter होता है, वो counter जो इसमें initialize किया है, वही counter इसमें involved रहेगा. Like आपने इधर लिखा है I equal to 1. So that I only are using in the condition, I less than 10 or something. Getting? And then the third part is where that counter which you have initialized is getting updated. उसको यहाँ आप लोग update कर रहे हैं. Now please see to it that the updation is to be done in such a way Updation means आप increment कर रहे हैं, decrement. So updation is to be done in such a way that you are reaching near to failure. एक step, ये condition fail होने के एक step नीच near जा रहे हो, near. Otherwise, what will happen? अगर ये updation इस तरह से नहीं करोगे, तो you will not achieve the failure and the loop will keep continuing. Getting or no? तो एक step failure के पास जाना चाहिए, एक step failure के पास. Like अगर आपने condition लिखा है I less than 10, I initialize to 1 किया है, तो obviously updation में इस तरह से बढ़ाना है कि आप near to 10 जा रहे हो. So if you reach near to 10, the condition will become false and the loop will stop. Okay? And फिर loop body, which is to be repeated, जो कोड आपको repeat करना है, वो loop body में, right? If it is a single statement, ideally there is no need of bracket. ये ब्रैकेट का वैसे जरूरत नहीं है अगर सिंगल स्टेटमेंट, बट इट इज ऑलवेज अ गुड प्रैक्टिस कि एक स्टेटमेंट रहने दो या एक से ज्यादा ब्रैकेट में लिखने का आदत करो. व्हाई? बिकॉज इन द फ्यूचर इफ यू वांट टू ऐड न्यू लाइंस, यू हैव ऑलरेडी पुट अ ब्रैकेट, पहले से ही प्रोविजन करके रखा है. जैसा नो ऐसे अपने इंडियन गवर्नमेंट ने करना चाहिए ना, भाई मेकिंग रोड्स ब्रिजेस एवरीवेयर, आगे के 20 साल का पहले ही प्रोविजन होना चाहिए. बट अपने यहाँ होता क्या है, when they start making the road, so when it is about to complete, तब तक population इतना बड़ा रहता है कि then they realize वापस change करना है, and ये चलते ही रहता है. Getting? They don't think about the future, right? So future का सोचना है तो पहले ही ब्रैकेट डाल के रखो. एक लाइन लिखा है, बाद में और लाइन से ऐड करना है, just you have to put enter and start typing the new code. Don't bother about the bracket because we have done the provision already. ठीक है? And all these three things are optional. तीनों के तीनों चीजें ऑप्शनल है, मैंने तीनों के तीनों मैंडेटरी नहीं है. जस्ट सेमीकोलन भी लिख सकते हो. गेटिंग? सो वर्किंग कैसे रहेगा देखो. सबसे पहले इनिशियलाइजेशन पार्ट होगा, दैट इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप. देन इट विल कम फॉर कंडीशन टेस्टिंग. ओके? एंड इफ द कंडीशन इज ट्रू, इट विल एंटर विद इन द लूप बॉडी, एंड लूप बॉडी परफॉर्म करके अपडेशन को जाएगा. And after updation, again it will come to check the condition. Again it is true, enter the body, run that body, again come for updation, again check the condition. This will go on. Getting? Check the condition true, run the body, update. Again check the condition. But if the condition is false, it will stop from there and come to the next statement, which is after the for loop. For के बाहर जो भी statement रहेगा, it will continue from there. Getting? Okay. So always how the execution is, the first part is the initialization. Then it comes to the condition. If the condition is true, it runs the body and then comes for updation. After updation, again check the condition. If the condition is still true, again run the body, again update, again check the condition, going on till the condition doesn't become false, or till the condition is true, keep repeating the body. Now, in this also, remember, this is also, you can call it as an entry test. Why? Because here also in the beginning only you are checking the condition. Okay? So, if I draw a flow chart for this, so in the beginning, what is done? Initialization. Okay? Then, immediately after initialization, what is tested? The condition. Conditions are always tested in this diamond sign. Okay? And what is the outcome of the condition? Only two things, true or false. So if it is true, it is going to enter the loop body and perform that body. Okay? That they are the statements. So they are the statements that body is performed. And after performing the body, it will come to this update part. Getting? So I hope you're understanding. Initialization,
Yes.
condition, true. If the condition is true, run the body, come to the updation part. After updation, again come and test the condition. वापस condition test किया जाएगा. अगर ये condition वापस true है, again run the body, again update, going on. ओके, तो मैंने कहा अपडेशन इस तरह से करो कि नियर फ्यूचर में ये कंडीशन फॉल्स होना चाहिए. I think you should not go far from it. You have to go near to it. And if your condition comes out to be false, Java is very strict. Here you have to write an expression which is Boolean. Means ऐसा expression जिसका outcome Boolean है. ठीक है? Not like other languages. बाकी language में यहाँ नॉन जीरो रहेगा तो भी चलता है. ऐसा नहीं चलेगा. Correct? And if it is false, will it continue with the remaining code, whatever the code is after it? ठीक है? So I hope it is clear. See here. So all the three
Yes,
parts
sir.
are optional. All three parts are optional. The initialization, the condition, and the update. The loop executes like this. First, the initialization is done. सबसे पहले initialization. And initialization is done only once in the beginning. For loop के पूरे life में initialization पहली बार और एक ही बार होता है. Correct? So runs once before the loop starts. Then it comes to test the condition. If the condition is true, it will enter the loop body and run the statements, whatever are there within it. Okay, so condition checked. Checked before every iteration. And as it is checked before every iteration, you can call it as a entry controlled also. For loop को भी आप entry control में डाल सकते हो. Generally उसको enumeration control बोलते हैं because it goes for a list of value. Okay, but बिगिनिंग में ही कंडीशन टेस्ट होता है इसलिए उसको एंट्री टेस्ट भी कह सकते हैं. तो चेक बिफोर एवरी इटरेशन एंड whenever the condition become false, the loop stop and it continues with the remaining code. Loop exits when false. And this is the updation part which is performed after every iteration. Meaning एक बार बॉडी एग्जीक्यूट हुआ तो अपडेट को आएगा. अपडेट होने के बाद वापस कंडीशन टेस्ट. Please see to it that you have to put the updation in such a way that you are reaching to the termination, one step near to termination, one step near to termination. समझ रहा है ना?
सर
क्लियर? हाँ.
सर अपडेट करतो तेव्हा आपण इन्क्रीमेंट आणि डिक्रीमेंट दोन्ही करू शकतो ना?
Yes, yes. So it depends on what the condition is, right? Like agar you're starting from the minimum value and reaching to maximum like this, ऐसे जा रहे हो. Like you're starting from 1 and you're going till 10. So obviously you have to increment. And suppose I'm starting from 10 and I have to reach till 1. Okay. So when I start 10 se kiya and then I'm writing greater than equal to 1. So I have to decrease it. Okay. But updation is increment, decrement both. And not necessarily it is increment by 1 only or decrement by 1. It depends on the question. Sometimes it may be incrementing every time by 2 also, decrementing by 2, problem work. But you're absolutely right that you can do increment also and decrement. Okay. But update is to be done after every iteration. एक बार बॉडी एग्जीक्यूट हुआ अपडेट को आ जाओ. अपडेट होने के बाद वापस कंडीशन. ठीक है. एंड एज आई सेड अपडेशन इस तरह से करना है कि आप लोग फेलियर के नियर जा रहे हो. कंडीशन के आप फेलियर नहीं, कंडीशन फेलियर. गेटिंग यू हैव टू बी ऑलवेज सक्सेसफुल इन द लाइफ. दैट लूप फेल होना चाहिए तो वो उसके फेलियर के एक स्टेप पास जा रहे हो. गेटिंग जैसे मूवीज में देखते हैं ना, मूवीज में नॉर्मली रोमांटिक मूवी होता है तो बीच पे वो हीरो एक एक साइड से भागते रहता है, वो हीरोइन उधर से, एंड कैमरा कंटिन्यू इसके ऊपर उसके ऊपर इसके ऊपर एंड फिर दोनों जन पास 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 से जा रहे रहते हैं. तो इट इज लाइक दैट द अल्टीमेट गोल इज टू मीट ईच अदर. तो दोनों को मिलना है. तो इस तरह से ही दिखा है कि वो नियर भाग रहा है. इट इज नॉट रनिंग अवे, ना, इट इज गोइंग नियर so that they will meet at some point. Right? Exactly, they will meet to this condition failure. Then some examples we'll see, some basic examples. Then many more things related to it, like multiple initialization. Okay. Then if you drop that parts, what will happen? All we will learn one by one. All possibilities I'm telling. See here. Like this example, if I consider. Okay. So in this case, first we are initializing I to 0. I is initialized to 0 and it is declared also immediately. So it is declared, meaning its life has started from here. So scope of this I is only restricted to that for body. When the for loop is over, that I is not available. I accessible nahi hai. Okay. So initialization is done. I equal to 0. Then we are checking whether 0 is less than 5. Yes, 0 is less than 5. It will come inside and print 0. After printing 0, it will come to increment. So I becomes 1. Then is 1 less than 5? Yes. Again, it will come print 1 and I plus plus, that is 2. Okay. So this way, 2 is less than 5. Yes. Print 2, make it 3. 3 less than 5. Come inside. Print 3, make it 4. Is 4 less than 5? Yes. Come inside. Print 4 and make it 5. And when it is made 5, it comes here and checks I is 5. Is 5 less than 5? Is 5 less than 5? No, the condition is false. And the loop stop and it continues with the remaining code. Getting? You can test also for time being if you want to test it. Now, there's no need to start Eclipse and all. You can just test it in your J shell environment. Okay. See here, I'm just writing for integer I equal to 0. It depends on from where you're starting. It is not mandatory that every loop is supposed to start with 0 only. It is depending on the problem. Okay, what problem you're solving. Okay, and remember here in increment I plus plus लिखा है तो ये पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट है या प्री कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला क्योंकि आप वैसे भी इसका रिटर्न वैल्यू स्टोर नहीं कर रहे हो ना आप सिर्फ आई बढ़ा रहे हो इंडिपेंडेंट आई बढ़ रहा है तो वो प्री लिखो या पोस्ट लिखो किसी भी हालत में आई तो बढ़ना ही है व्हेन यू कम टू टेस्ट द कंडीशन आई वैसे भी बढ़ा हुआ ही रहेगा उससे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला है प्री लिखा है या पोस्ट लिखा है डिफरेंस कब आएगा जब इसकी वैल्यू आप असाइन कर रहे हो किसी को तो j इक्वल टू आई प्लस प्लस j इक्वल टू प्लस प्लस आई दोनों में j का वैल्यू अलग रहेगा जबकि i दोनों केस में एक से बड़ा है गेटिंग ना सो
Yes, sir.
ये बेसिक चीजें तो बतानी नहीं जरूरत है सो व्हेन यू राइट j equal to I plus plus or you are writing j equal to plus plus I. Now in this case value of j will be different. इसमें j में old value रहेगा I बढ़ जाएगा इसमें j में न्यू वैल्यू रहेगा I बढ़ नहीं वाला दोनों केस में I इस एनीवे बढ़ नहीं वाला सो अगर आप ये पार्ट असाइन ही नहीं कर रहे हैं तो writing I plus plus or plus plus I doesn't make any difference, guys. By any means, I is going to increment by 1. Okay. Then system.out.println and I'm printing I. And you can complete this for loop. See. So when you execute the for loop, it is printing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Why last 4? Because after 4, I becomes 5. 5 less than 5? No, condition is false. It stops. Then you can have a count up, same way you can have count down also. Getting? As she asked, like in the updation, can we do increment? Similarly, can we do decrement or no? So this is the best example. Getting? So in this case, I again here it is declared and initialized. We have initialized from 10. Is 10 greater than 0? Yes, it will come inside. Print 10. Okay. And then come here, I minus minus. Will it make it 9? Is 9 greater than 0? Yes, print 9 minus minus. This way, finally, it is going to print 1. Last iteration 1. And after printing 1, when it comes here, I minus minus, it has become 0. And then test the condition. Is 0 greater than 0, guys? No. The condition is false and it stops. तो जब तक I 1 था, मैंने 10 से लेके 1 तक, वो greater than 0 था. 1 भी प्रिंट हुआ एंड लास्ट में वो 1 भी माइनस हो जाता है 0 0 ग्रेटर देन 0 नहीं है false it will stop so in this loop we are printing 10 to 1 okay for some people maybe like already, if you have studied C or you have done C++, this may be a easy thing to understand. I equal to 10, I greater than 0, I minus minus, then system dot out dot println I, sorry, semicolon C. So is it printing from 10 till 1? So फाइनल 1 प्रिंट हो चुका था, फिर i माइनस माइनस 0 हो गया, 0 ग्रेटर देन 0 नहीं है, फॉर लूप स्टॉप हो गया। ठीक है, सो बेसिक आई टोल्ड यू, ये बेसिक वाला काउंट अप है, काउंट डाउन है, but in both case by default the counter is incrementing by 1 or the counter is decrementing by 1, not necessary every time. Okay, sometimes the counter may increase or decrease by fixed value also, like in this case see, we are initializing I to 0. ठीक है, I initialize to 0. Then we are testing, is 0 less than equal to 20? Yes, 0 is less than equal to 20. Come inside and print 0. 0 printed. After 0 printed, we are incrementing it by 5. We have studied this operator, guys, in the past session when we discussed about operator topic. So we have discussed arithmetic compound assignment. Arithmetic compound assignment. I plus equal to 5, which is same as I is equal to I plus 5. I plus equal to 5 is same as I is equal to I plus 5. So I and 5 are added and the result is again stored in I. So previously I is 0, 0 plus 5 is 5 and stored again in I. I becomes 5. Again it tests, is 5 less than equal to 20? Yes, come inside, print it. Again, old I is 5, 5 plus 5 is 10, store again. So now this becomes 10. Check, is 10 less than equal to 20? Yes, come inside, print 10, again incremented by 5, becomes 15. Is 15 less than equal to 20? Yes, come inside, print 15, again increment by 5, it becomes 20. Is 20 less than equal to 20? Here, less than equal I have written. Therefore, 20 less than equal to 20. Come inside, print 20, then make it plus 5, that is 25. And when we make it 25, is 25 less than equal to 20? No, the condition becomes false and the loop stops. Getting? So these were some basic examples. See here, this also I'll show you. Integer I equal to 0. It is up to you whether you want to put a space before and after operator. It is just a practice. It's up to you. Okay, it doesn't matter if you don't put a space. I plus equal to 5. Okay, and within the body, I'm printing that I. See. So is it printing 0, 5, 10, 15, 20? Now, in all the examples, I've put a bracket, though within that body, there is only one line. So ideally, there was no compulsion according to the grammar of that language. Bracket is not mandatory if you're repeating only one statement. But as I said, make a habit. Whenever you're writing a block, whenever you're writing a body, make a habit of putting a bracket, irrespective it is having one statement, okay or not. अभी एक से ज्यादा रहेगा तो वैसे भी आप ब्रैकेट डालने ही वाले हो, तो पहले ही आदत कर दो, ठीक है? ओके, सो दिस पार्ट इज क्लियर, आई होप ये पार्ट समझ में आया. नेक्स्ट इज नेक्स्ट इज अबाउट इनिशियलाइजेशन, मल्टीपल इनिशियलाइजेशन. So in that for loop, in the beginning part, we are declaring and initializing a variable. There you can have multiple initializations as well. Okay. So today in the beginning only I told you, when I started with the for loop syntax, for loop का syntax जब शुरू किया था, तभी बताया था कि ये जो initialization है, इधर नोटपैड में भी मुझे लगता है मैंने करके दिखाया था. Getting? Here also I told you, like here only if you declare and initialize, then the variable life is only for that for. After for loop, it is died. If you declare first and do the initialization, then after the for body also, the variable is available. Then I told you, you can do multiple initialization and multiple declaration come initialization. That is also allowed. वो भी बताया था. But if it is of same type, then okay, like this. So here what is happening? You are declaring and initializing multiple variable of the same type. But if they are of different type, then you cannot do. That is not allowed. Syntactically वो गलत है. Int I equal to 1, comma, float j equal to 1. Getting? Not allowed. Multiple variables initialize of different data type allowed है. But वो पहले declared होने चाहिए, सिर्फ initialization कर सकते हो. Getting? So वो तो already बताया था मैंने. See, so in this example, you can check. We are initializing two variables. Correct? This is that best example which I said. On the beach, from here the hero is running, and from there the heroine is running, and both are reaching one step near to each other. At some midpoint, they both are going to meet. Correct? So यहाँ से हीरो भाग रहा है तो वो एक से बढ़ रहा है, और वहां से हीरोइन तो वो एक से कम होते जा रही है. Getting? So here the condition you can check. I equal to 0 and j equal to 10. So I is started from 0. Okay. And j is started from 10. So two variables are initialized and declared. So in the initialization part, ये initialization part है. तो यहाँ multiple variables क्या हो सकते हैं? Initialize as well as declare. अगर वो same data type. Okay. तो ये दोनों initialization हो गया. Then we are checking the condition. So what is the condition? Till I is less than j. So is 0 less than 10? Yes. अंदर आएगा और दोनों का वैल्यू प्रिंट करेगा. तो obviously what it will print 0 and 10. Okay. So this is the first part, no? Initialization. After that, the condition part. If the condition is true, it will come inside and perform this body. And after the body part is done, then it has to come to the updation. And after that, again come for condition checking. Right? So 0 and 10 initialize. Is 0 less than 10? Yes. Print both of them, 0 and 10. And then increment decrement. ये 1 हो रहा है और ये 9 हो रहा है. ठीक है? Yes or no? So this is the a part of imagination. Getting? There are some platforms who teach everything in an animated way and all. But with that, na, I generally won't recommend such system. ऐसे systems है जिन्होंने ना ऐसे animations बना के फिर वो सिखाते हैं and all. With that, na, you are actually making that person's imagination only zero. वो सिर्फ देख animation देख देख के. That person should be able to imagine on your on that own. में खुद वो imagine करना चाहिए ना. Right or no? ऐसे सिर्फ
Yes, sir.
imagination वाले दिखाए तो क्या होगा? वो उतने पार्ट दिखे खत्म. वो खुद का imagination ही भूल जाएगा ना. तो I think we should not learn from such platform. Correct? Ideally ऐसे platforms से सीखना उल्टा बहुत dangerous है आगे के लिए. Correct? क्योंकि आप लोग अपना thinking ability ही भूल जाओगे. राइट. तो अपना खुद का इमेजिनेशन भी होना चाहिए. सो दिस इज 1 एंड दिस इज 9. अगेन द कंडीशन इज ट्रू. इज 1 लेस देन 9? इज 1 लेस देन 9? यस. अंदर आएगा, वापस प्रिंट कर देगा. अगेन अपडेशन. सो अपडेशन मीन्स हियर इट विल बिकम 2 and here it is 8. Correct? Again, is 2 less than 8? Yes. Come inside, print them. Then updation. Updation में ये बढ़ रहा है और ये कम हो रहा है. Still, is 3 less than 7? 3 is less than 7? Yes. प्रिंट कर देगा. ठीक है. प्रिंट करने के बाद ये बन जाएगा 4 और ये बन जाएगा 6. राइट. 4 and 6. Is 4 less than 6? Is 4 less than 6? Yes. Come inside. Print them. Then it becomes 5 and this also becomes 5. Is 5 less than 5? No. The condition is false. Means ये वो है जहां वो मिल गया. In the center they are meeting. ये यहां से भाग रहा था, वो वहां से भाग रहा था, तो कहीं तो एक मिड पॉइंट पे मिल ही गए, गेटिंग? सो 5 and 5 condition become false and the loop stops. So till here only the printing will be, till 4 and 6. What do you say? Getting? I equal to 0, 10, 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7, 4, 6. And after 4, 6, this is going to become 5, this is going to become 5. So 5 less than 5? No, the condition is false and the loop will stop. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Quick, quickly, I'll try to show you that example also. We are taking I equal to 0 and j equal to 10, right? Multiple declaration initialization. Then the condition is j less than, sorry, I less than j. I plus plus, j minus minus. In the body, we are going to print system dot out dot. If you want printf, printf use करो. तो printf में ऐसे लिख सकते हो I equal to %d, comma, j equal to %d स्लैश एन दो, एंड फर्स्ट प्लेस पे आई प्रिंट करना है, दूसरे प्लेस पे जे प्रिंट करना है. ठीक है? सी सो 0, 10, 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7 and 4, 6. Okay, then next, as in the beginning only I told you, in the for loop all the three parts are optional. तीनों पार्ट ऑप्शनल है. ओके, तो आप लोग ऑल थ्री पार्ट्स ड्रॉप कर सकते हैं, राइट? आइडियली नहीं करना चाहिए. अ गुड कोडर विल यूज ऑल द थ्री थिंग्स, बट ग्रामेटिकली उसका ग्रामर कहता है कि अलाउड है ड्रॉप करना. जैसे इस केस में, ये वाले केस में हमने इनिशियलाइजेशन पार्ट ड्रॉप किया है, तो जस्ट सेमीकोलन आई पुट and the declaration and the initialization is done outside the loop. Getting? So we have omitted which part? Initialization. Variable declared outside. ठीक है? अभी इसमें इतना ही है कि ये वेरिएबल फॉर लूप के बाहर डिक्लेयर किया है. सो दिस आई इज एक्सेसिबल आउटसाइड द फॉर लूप ऑल्सो. This I is not having scope only for loop. It is having the scope of the outer block. Whatever बाहर का जो कोड है, बाहर का कोड अगर मेन मेथड है या whatever. Get it? But in this example, we have dropped the initialization. Here, already outside the for loop. So I equal to 0. Now directly come here and check. Is 0 less than 5? Yes. Print 0. Make it 1. Like that. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Till 4 it will print. Then make it 5. 5 less than 5? No. False. For loop will stop. Okay? Whereas in this case, the updation part is omitted. ये जो अपडेशन पार्ट है वही ओमिट कर दिया. तो क्यों? क्योंकि वो अंदर कर रहे हैं हम लोग अपडेशन, लूप बॉडी के अंदर ही कर रहे हैं. तो इनिशियलाइजेशन कर दिया, j इक्वल टू 0, then 0 less than 5, yes, come inside, print 0, and then increment. It is post increment, na guys? So it is going to return old value and then increment. So it will print 0 and make it 1 and directly come for condition testing क्योंकि ये पार्ट omit किया है. तो j 1 बन गया, ठीक है? And ये part omitted है तो directly come for condition testing. 1 less than 5, yes. Print 1, make it 2. 2 less than 5, yes. Print 2 and make it 3. 3 less than 5, yes. Print 3, make it 4. 4 less than 5, yes. Print 4 and make it 5. And then 5 less than 5, no, the loop will stop. So बताना क्या है कि initialization drop हो सकता है, updation drop हो सकता है. Even you can drop the condition part also. अगर कंडीशन ही ड्रॉप किया तो भी चलेगा. जैसे ये केस में देखो, तीनों के तीनों चीजें ड्रॉप किया है. द इनिशियलाइजेशन, द कंडीशन एंड द अपडेशन, all three things are dropped. But in that case, we call the for loop as an infinite for loop. Okay? Because the condition is always true, considered as true. So in this case, you have to forcibly come out of the loop. अभी किसी भी हालत में फॉर लूप के बाहर निकलना पड़ेगा ना. तो यू हैव टू कम आउट ऑफ द लूप by using break. बट फिर break blindly use नहीं करना है. You have to use break when some condition is satisfied. Getting on one? Clear? So infinite loop बन जाता है because no initialization, no condition, no updation. Loop becomes infinite. Then in that case, by somehow we have to come out. So how you can come out? So in the body, somewhere you'll test a condition. If the condition is true, then break. Break always breaks a loop. Huh? Break will never break if. ब्रेक कभी if के बाहर नहीं निकलता है. ब्रेक हमेशा नियरेस्ट लूप से ही बाहर निकलेगा. जो पास का लूप है उससे ही बाहर निकलने वाला है. Because break is to terminate a loop only. Never it is used for terminating a if. Then you will say, why do we write? So we want to come out of the loop, but when the condition is satisfied. तो condition testing कैसे करोगे? If में. Getting? तो if में कुछ condition and then break. This is also called as a mid test. इसको mid test loop भी कह सकते हैं. Why? Because the loop is infinite. Then in the loop body, somewhere in the middle, you're testing the condition. Therefore, it is called as a mid test. Entry पे होता तो entry test. End पे होता तो exit test. Getting? I'll show you all the three. Like initialization part पहले ही कर दिया. So in the for loop, I'm just putting a semicolon. Then I less than 5, I plus plus, and in the body system.out.println I. ठीक है? Is it still printing 0 to 4? And when I becomes 5, the condition is false, it stops. Second में देखो, इधर J हमने declare कर दिया है, initialize भी किया. J less than 5, but updation part नहीं लिखा है. So inside the loop body system.out.println, when I'm printing J, there only I'm writing J plus plus. Still is it printing J equal to 0 to 4? तो 4 लास्ट का 4 प्रिंट करके 5 कर देगा. फिर 5 लेस देन 5 है क्या? नहीं है, तो लूप स्टॉप. एंड सपोज मैं अगर एक ऐसे डाल देता हूं, पहले एक काउंटर इनिशियलाइज कर देता हूं, इंटीजर I इक्वल टू 0. देन आई एम राइटिंग अ फॉर लूप वेयर ऑल द थ्री पार्ट्स आई एम राइटिंग सेमीकोलन. गेटिंग? तीनों पार्ट्स मैंने क्या लिखा है? सेमीकोलन. सो इनिशियलाइजेशन भी नहीं है, कंडीशन भी नहीं है, इंक्रीमेंट डिक्रीमेंट भी नहीं है. ठीक है? व्हाट वी आर डूइंग इज, अंदर आते ही सिस्टम डॉट आउट डॉट प्रिंटलन हम पहले आई प्रिंट कर देते हैं, फिर चेक करते हैं कि आई इक्वल टू 5 हुआ है क्या. मीन्स मुझे चाहिए कि आई अगर 5 हुआ है तो ही ब्रेक करना है, तो ब्रेक लिखता हूं. एंड आई इक्वल टू 5 नहीं है तो आई जस्ट इंक्रीमेंट आई. गेटिंग? सी हियर. सो हाउ द लूप बॉडी विल वर्क? आई इज इक्वल टू 0 इनिशियलाइज. तीनों पार्ट ऑप्शन में, तीनों पार्ट आपने स्किप किया तो डायरेक्टली अंदर ही आने वाला है. विल इट प्रिंट 0? 0 प्रिंट कर देगा. देन चेक, इज 0 इक्वल टू 5? नो. इंक्रीमेंट, मेक इट 1. अगेन प्रिंट 1. इज 1 इक्वल टू 5? नो, तो मेक इट 2. इज 2 इक्वल टू 5? नो, तो मेक इट 3. ऐसे लास्ट में 4 प्रिंट कर देगा. 4 प्रिंट. इज 4 इक्वल टू 5? 4 इक्वल टू 5? नो. आई प्लस प्लस 5 बन जाएगा. 5 प्रिंट करेगा एंड फिर देखेगा इज 5 इक्वल टू 5? यस. ब्रेक एंड कम आउट ऑफ द लूप. सो 0 से 5 तक ये फॉर लूप प्रिंट करता है. गेटिंग? इट इज लाइक we say na, like Abhimanyu enters in the Chakravyuh. So when he enters in the Chakravyuh, it is like an infinite loop only ना. If he would have got, मैं उसको अगर वो नॉलेज मिल जाता था कि चक्रव्यूह से कैसे बाहर निकलना है, तो वो आसानी से बाहर निकलता था. एंड द महाभारत वुड हैव बीन समथिंग डिफरेंट ओनली ना. इट इज, उसको ही हम मराठी में जर तर म्हणतो. गेटिंग? जर आणि तर. अगर ऐसे होता तो आगे का पूरा सिनारियो अलग रहता था. बिकॉज अभिमन्यु वॉज मोर पावरफुल देन हिज फादर. गेटिंग? बट ऐसे हुआ. राइट? सेम थिंग हैपेंड विद छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज एंड छत्रपति संभाजी महाराज also. Getting? So if you read the history, you will be able to relate so many things from the history with your programming concepts also. Getting? So it stuck in the infinite loop, but if you are making some provision to come out of the infinite loop, it will stop. Otherwise, it will keep running. Getting? We can use our standard for loop to traverse an array as well. If you have an array and you want to traverse that array, so you can use the standard for loop. Standard for loop means counter based for loop. Okay. So example I'm showing, like if you have an array created, integer a. Now array is a separate topic. We will be learning that as well. We will be learning how to create arrays, one dimensional, multi-dimensional, then we'll be writing programs also based on it. Now, just for time being, I want to show about for loop for traversing an array. So you are having an integer array with some values. Okay. Now, I just want to traverse this array using a standard for loop, not a special for loop, the counter based for loop. You can do it by using for. Then initialization part. The first part is the initialization. Okay, so here you will do the initialization of your counter I equal to 0. This is the first part. I hope you know it. In the for loop life, this first part is executed first and once only. So we are creating a counter and initializing it to 0. Then in the condition part, the second part is condition. So in Java, remember, whenever you create an array, it is automatically an object. And it will have one property called length, which is a final property. Final means you cannot change that property. And what that property length contains, the number of elements. So you can directly use it like this, a dot length. Getting? So a dot length will give you the number of elements in that array. So this array contains 4 elements. So a dot length will give you 4. So this for loop will go for 4 times. I equal to 0 to I less than 4. Every time you are going to increment it. Increment what? The counter. That is the index. Now this counter which I've used, I equal to 0 to I less than a dot length I. This is only going to act as an index in this I. So this is at 0th position, this is at 1th position, this is at 2th position, 3rd position. So that I use as an index. So if you want to access it, print it, whatever, like if you want to print in SOP, system.out.println, you can directly write A of I, getting in a square bracket. So first time I 0, so A of 0 is 5. I plus plus. Next time I will become 1. Then A of 1 is 3. Then I becomes 2. A of 2 is 8. A of 3 is 10. Like that. Okay. So in the beginning, I starts with 0. I equal to 0. Then it will check whether I is less than A dot length. What is A dot length? I told you 4. So is 0 less than 4? Yes, it will come inside A of 0. As I 0, A of 0. That is 5. After that, it will come to I plus plus. So initialize condition is true, therefore it will come inside. Do this SOP. After that, I plus plus means I will become 1. Again, check is 1 less than 4. Now I is 1. Is 1 less than 4? Yes, come inside. A of 1, that is 3. Again, I plus plus, I becomes 2. Is 2 less than 4? Yes. Come inside A of 2, that is 8. I plus plus 3, 3 less than 4. Come inside A of 3, that is 10. I plus plus. Now I becomes 4. Is 4 less than 4? No. Condition false and the for loop will stop. Getting? So this way you can use the counter for loop for traversing array also. Right? See, as an example I'm showing, I've created one nums array. The name of the array is nums. That square you can write in the beginning, later, doesn't matter in Java. We will be learning about array. Array, exhaustive topic will come, don't worry. And I've initialized it with 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, so one array of integers and name of the array is nums. Now I want to traverse this array. So I've created a for loop, a counter for loop. In the first initialization part, we created a counter initialized to 0. Condition. In condition, we are using the length of the array, nums.length, increment, and we are printing each value, nums of I. So first time I is 0, so nums of 0 is 10, nums of 1 is 20. Getting clear? So if you want, I can show you that much skeleton code in J shell. See, I'm creating one array A and initializing it. There's no rule that you have to keep a space over here. Okay, some values like 7, 12, 56, 89, 4, 25. Okay, so I've created an array with such 6 values. Now I want to print all those values. So I'll write a for loop. Integer I equal to 0. I less than a dot length. I plus plus. In the for loop body, I'm printing system.out.println a of I. Okay? So you know it. First time I is 0. Is 0 less than 6? Now a dot length is 6. So 0 less than 6, yes. Come inside. A of 0 is 7. I plus plus. I becomes 1. Is 1 less than 6? Yes. A of 1 is 12. Getting? So this way all the elements are printed. Now it's your choice printing. Suppose someone take the summation of it. So accordingly you will do it. Getting on? No? Here you will create one integer variable sum equal to 0. Then in the same for loop, instead of printing, what you'll do, you'll write like this sum plus equal to a of I. Okay, so a of I is 0. So a of 0 is 7. And previous s is 0. So 0 plus 7 is 7 stored here. Next it is 12. I is 1. So a of 1 is 12. But previous sum is 7. So 7 plus 12, 19. Getting? Then 19 plus 56. Getting? 75. Whatever. So the total is taken. And at the end, you can print and see that system dot out dot println s. You get 190. Okay. Then you can use the standard for loops, whatever for loops we have learned, the initialization, condition, updation, then the body. You can have a loop within a loop also, a for loop within a for loop, also called as a nested for loop. Then you write what, because what is the standard rule that within a for body, this is the for loop body. Okay, this is for all the three things, and then this is the body. Now within the body, what can be there? Statements, right? One, two, three, as many statements. Now tell me, is for loop itself a statement? For loop, it is itself a statement. So can this statement be a for loop? Yes. Okay. So that statement itself is a for loop. Then we say a for loop is within a for loop. Okay. So how the execution is? As a sample example, I'm taking of a nested for loop. Okay. You can check. There is a outer for loop where the counter initialization part, I is starting from 1. We are checking whether I is less than equal to 3, I plus plus. This is the body of the outer for loop. And within that, we are starting another for loop where the counter j is starting from 1, j less than equal to 3, j plus plus. We are just multiplying the value of I and j and printing it. When the inner loop is over, we are just putting a new line. Okay? How it will work? See here, guys. For the first very beginning, this initialization is done. I equal to 1. Okay? First, this initial I equal to 1. Then it will come to this condition checking. Is 1 less than equal to 3? I is 1. Is it less than equal to 3? Yes. Yes, it will come inside for this for loop. And this for loop will start. Now, when this whole for loop is over, then it will do println and then it will come to I plus plus. As the condition is true, it has entered in that for loop's body. But within that for loop, again, there is a statement which is a for loop. So this for loop, again here j first initialization, j equal to 1. Then is 1 less than equal to 3? J equal to 1. Is 1 less than equal to 3? Yes. It will come inside and do this SOP. That is 1 into 1. 1 into 1 is 1 and a space. And then j plus plus. J will become 2. Is 2 less than equal to 3? It has come inside to this step. After that, after this, it will come here. True, therefore SOP. And after SOP, it will come to j plus plus, guys. And j becomes 2. And again, it will check the condition. Is 2 less than equal to 3? Yes. Come inside to SOP. Multiply I and j. 1 into 2 is 2. And after that, again j plus plus 3. Is 3 less than equal to 3? Yes. Come inside, multiply I into j. 1 into 3 is 3. And after doing that, again j plus plus. Now j becomes how much? 4. And the moment j becomes 4, the condition is false. Inner for loop is stopped and it comes to this SOP new line. Now j has become 4, so the condition is false. And as the condition is false, the for loop stops. Okay? And it comes to this SOP new line. So the cursor will come on the next line. And then we are, after doing this, it will come to this I plus plus. Now what is value of I? 2. Again, it will come and check. Now it will come to this condition. Is 2 less than equal to 3? Yes. Come inside and again this for loop starts. So j will again start from 1. Is 1 less than 3? Yes. 2 into 1, 2. J becomes 2. Is 2 less than equal to 3? Yes. 2 into 2, 4. J plus plus J 3. Is 3 less than equal to 3? Yes. Come inside. Multiply I and J. That is 6. And then J becomes 4. And the moment J becomes 4, inner loop fails. And after the inner loop fail, it will come to this println. Cursor will come on the next line. And then I plus plus. I will become 3. Is 3 less than equal to 3? Yes. Come inside. And J loop again start from 1. Okay? 1 less than equal to 3. Therefore, 3 into 1, 3. Then this becomes 2. 3 into 2, 6. Then this becomes 3. 3 into 3, 9. Then this becomes 4. Inner loop fail. The moment j becomes 4, inner loop fail. New line. And then come to I plus plus. But now I loop also will fail because I becomes 4. And the moment I become 4, this condition is also false. And the outer for loop also will stop. Clear? So this way you'll get this pattern. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 3, 6, 9. Yes or no, guys? If the same thing, if you repeat it for 10 times, you will get multiplication tables only, na? From 2 till 10, right? From 1 till 10, in short. Okay. So can you give me confirmation this nested loop is clear? See, outer for loop, I equal to 1, I less than equal to 3, I plus plus. Inner for loop, j equal to 1, j less than equal to 3, j plus plus. System dot out dot print I'm using. I'm not using print ln, only print. So as it is print, after doing printing, it will not put new line. Print करने के बाद new line नहीं डालेगा. Getting? So I into j plus 1 space. When inner loop is over, we will put one blank line. System.out.println. System.out.println, and if you don't pass anything, it is just going to put blank line. As you are not passing anything, nothing is outputted, but a new line will come. And the outer for loop over. Can you see the output? 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 3, 6, 9. Okay. You can enhance this. Check. If we do it for 10 times, okay. Can you see it is multiplication table of 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Now it is not getting aligned. If you want it very well aligned, instead of print, you can make use of print f. I'll show you. See here. Here you write print f, and then format you can give like this percentage 4d. So for every value, there will be a 4 width. So for 100, it will take 3 width, 1 blank. So for everyone, there is a 4 width. And what is the value? I into j. Don't attach space like this. Okay? So this is also possible. Can you see? Is it coming aligned when everyone is taking 4 width? 4 width. सबको 4 width लग रहा है. So those values which are less than 4 width, you will get a blank. Okay? Okay. So I hope you got it. So in this case, you will get output something like this. Okay? Then we have to move to second type of loop called as the while loop. Generally, while loop is a logically controlled. I told you enumeration control, logically controlled. Enumeration control means when you are performing the iteration for some list of value. One fixed list is there, and for that you are doing it, like from 1 till 10, 10 till 1. Then we call generally as enumeration. And when how many iterations are to be done are not known. You want to just repeat a block till some condition doesn't become false. Or you want to repeat till the condition is true. जब तक कंडीशन ट्रू है तब तक चलने दो. जैसी कंडीशन फॉल्स हो गया रुको. So that we call it as logically. So generally while loop comes under logically controlled, and while loops are entry tested. Means the condition is tested at the beginning only. At the entry only we check the condition. And at the entry only if the condition is false, it will not perform the body for single time as well. That is what you can say while loop is repeating the code block 0 or more times. 0 or more times means what? I hope you understand it. So that block will be executed for not even single time also. If in the beginning only the condition is false. Okay? So how the syntax is? See, while is the keyword. While is the keyword. Then in round bracket you have to give the condition. And then the body. If this body is single line, no need to put brackets as well. Okay. If within the body you're just performing a single statement, no need of brackets as well. But as I said, it's a good practice Let it be one line or let it be more than one line. Make habit of putting bracket. Not mandatory. Actually, for single statement, there is no compulsion of bracket, but a good practice for the future provision. Like if it is a single line and then also you have put a bracket, and in future, if you want to add lines, no problem. Already brackets are there. You just put a enter and start adding your new code. Okay. So in this case, what is done at the entry only? What is checked? The condition is checked. If I draw a flow chart for this, at the entry, condition is checked. And if the condition is true, then it will perform the statements in the while body. That is, while body will be performed. And after that, it will again come back to check the condition. And if the condition is false, it will directly continue with the remaining code. Whatever is the remaining code. After that while loop, whatever is the first statement after that while, the control will come directly there. Okay? So in this case, you can see this body may not run for a single time also. If in the beginning only the condition is false. So in the beginning, if the condition is false, directly it will continue with the remaining. It will not run this body for a single time also. Okay? See. So the condition is evaluated in the beginning, condition evaluated before each iteration. Before executing the body, in the beginning only the condition is evaluated. Therefore, it is called as pre-test loop or entry test. You can call it as pre-test or entry test. Okay? So if the condition is true, then it will perform the body. And if the condition is false, it will not run the body, continue with the remaining. If the condition is false on first check, body never executes. Okay? Some basic examples of while loop I'll show you. Okay? If you're not able to take the notes, guys, please take a screenshot. Okay? It becomes difficult for me to again separately provide you notes. So if you are not able to take the running notes, immediately take a screenshot and keep it. Later, you can just go through the screenshot and make your notes. Okay? It is just a kind request to you because already there is a lot of burden to me. So in that, again, making provision of notes and all. So it's a kind request. When you're attending the session, in the screenshot, when you get the screen, take the screenshot of it. Keep it for you. And if you are unable, tell me. I'll wait for you to take the screenshot. Okay? Basic example. Because the problem is like you attend some day you're missing, one day you come, 2 days you're absent. So that is not my job. Your request is your job is that to come every day. Okay, so when you miss, then that is your fault, right or no? Basic examples. First example, very simple example. We are initializing this counter to 0, I equal to 0. Then it will come to check the condition. Is I less than 5? I 0. Is 0 less than 5? Yes. It will come inside and print I. So what is value of I? 0 is printed. Then I incremented. I becomes 1. Again, comma. After doing, again it will come and check the condition. Is 1 less than 5? Yes. Come inside, print 1 and make it 2. 2 less than 5. Yes. Print 2. Make it 3. 3 less than 5. Yes. Print 3. Make it 4. Is 4 less than 5? Yes. Print 4 and make it 5. And then, is 5 less than 5? No, the condition is false and the loop will stop. Getting, na, guys? So, if you draw flowchart for this, so this is the initialization, I equal to 0. Then in the beginning, it will check the condition. Okay, what the condition is? I less than 5. There are two outcomes. For the condition, there are only two outcomes. Either the condition is true or the condition is false. If in the beginning only the condition is false, I is not less than 5. False, directly continue with the remaining code. Okay? But true, then it will come and print I. Printing is generally shown in this parallelogram. It is called as parallelogram. So in this, what we'll do? We will print value of I. And after I value is printed, we are incrementing value of I. Getting I equal to I plus 1. Whatever calculations are there and initialization, that is in rectangle. And printing input and outputs are in parallelogram. Decisions are in diamond. Okay? So after I equal to I plus 1, it will again come and check whether I is less than 5. So as I said, in our case, I is 0. Is 0 less than 5? Is 0 less than 5? True. Print that 0. I equal to I plus 1. I becomes 1. Again come back and check. Is 1 less than 5? Is 1 less than 5? Yes. Print 1. I equal to I plus 1. 2. Is 2 less than 5? Yes. Print 2. Make it 3. 3 less than 5. Yes. Print 3. Make it 4. 4 less than 5. Yes. Print 4. And make it 5. Okay. So when it becomes 5, the condition is false, and then it will stop the loop and continue with the remaining code. Okay? Okay? I hope you got it. Then you can make use of it while accepting the input. I'll give you some example of that type as well. Here you can see I equal to 0 I'm writing. Then while I less than 5 in the loop body system dot out dot println, I'm printing value of I and then I plus plus done. So in this while loop, you're seeing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And when it becomes 5, the condition is false. You can use it for reading some input also. Okay? And you want to read the input till you don't enter -1. I just want to accept, okay, from the input, I want to accept lot of numbers, lot of integers I'm going to enter. And it will keep reading those integers and print that integer. Again, read the next integer till you don't enter -1. And this process should go on till you're not entering -1. The moment you enter -1, it should stop. Okay? So you have created a scanner object, then you are waiting to enter an integer. Whatever integer you enter, it is checking whether it is not -1. So this is the best example of logically controlled, not enumeration. Enumeration means when the count is known, how many times to repeat, that n is known. But when how many times the repetition is to be done is unknown, then we call it as logically controlled. Means this loop will go on till this condition is true. And the moment this condition becomes false, it will stop. So we don't know no, when this condition will become false. You may keep giving input, 5 inputs, someone may give 100 inputs, someone may give initially only -1, to no 0 time it will come inside. Getting? So scanner object created, you accept one integer, it comes in input, Check whether the input is not minus 1. If it is, come inside, print that input, whatever you had entered in the beginning, and again accept next input. Again check whether it is minus 1. No, print it again next, going on. So suppose you have entered minus 1, and when it comes here, this fails because you have entered minus 1. Is minus 1 not equal to minus 1? No, it is equal. Condition fail, and the while loop will stop. Yes or no? See, we will do this. First, we have to import java.util.scanner. Okay? Then I'm creating one scanner object, sc equal to new scanner, and I'll be passing system.in. Okay? Now what we will do is we will create one input variable sc dot next int. It is going to wait for entering something. Suppose I'm entering 34. Now I'll write a while loop till input not equal to minus 1. Okay. Then we will display what you have entered. So I'll just write got plus input. Whatever you have entered, that we are printing. And again, we are accepting one input. Okay. Now this while loop will go on. So first time what you have entered 34. It will come and check. Is 34 not equal to minus 1? Yes. Therefore, condition is true. It will enter inside. Print that 34 and again waiting for next input. Suppose I'm entering 56. Coming up. Is 56 not equal to minus 1? Yes. So got 56. Again waiting to enter. Getting 89. 100. Okay. And now if I enter minus 1. When I enter minus 1, the input, this condition fail and the while loop will stop. Okay? Something wrong. No problem. We'll see this first and then we'll go there. The order is changed. Okay. I hope it is clear. So in this both examples you got it. This was a counter based for loop. This is sorry, counter based while loop. This is till the condition doesn't become false, it is repeating. So this is the best example of while loop where logically controlled. Means the number of iterations are not known. Now one situation that is zero iteration case means the while loop is not getting performed for single time also. Means in the beginning only the condition is false. Understanding? And that's what proves that while loop is a entry tested or a pre-test. Entry test means in the beginning only it will check the condition. If the condition is false, it will not run while loop for a single time also. So this is one example. Okay, sequence has gone wrong. So here we will see first. Integer x equal to 10. I've created one counter initialized to 10. And then you are checking the condition. Is 10 less than 5? X is 10. So 10 less than 5? No. The condition in the start only is false. Therefore, it will not run this while loop. Getting? It is not going to run this while loop. Because in the beginning only the condition is false. So this body will not run. Therefore, I have mentioned never prints. This output will never come. You can check here. See, integer x equal to 10. And in while loop, you are writing x less than 5. SOP never breaks. So is this while loop performed for at least once? No, zero time. That itself proves that while loops are repeating their block how many times? Zero or more time. And while loops are coming in which category? Entry test category, pre-test. Means in the beginning only the condition is checked. Getting? So that is the speciality of while loop. Okay. Then coming to this second situation. This part is clear. Second situation is that you're performing an infinite loop. While true. True is always true. So it says that always the condition is true. So always it's going to enter. So if it enters, it will perform the body and come back. Again, true, perform. So by some means, you have to jump out of the loop. So you can jump out of the loop by using break. But when to break? When some condition is satisfied. So you have to put some condition. And if the condition is satisfied, then only terminate. We have to learn about this break and continue also, guys. There will be a separate topic. After completing this loops, we'll take some examples on loops. And then we are going to talk about break statement, continue statement. Okay. So I hope you are understanding this part. It is as it is true, blindly enters, does the work, come back, true, does the work. So by some means you have to come out of the loop, right or no? So how
Yes,
you'll
sir.
come out of the loop? By checking condition. So if the condition is true, break. Please remember, break is not going to break this if. It is going to break the nearest loop. Using break, you're not coming out of if. You're coming out of that loop only, yeah, guys. Then you'll say why you have written in if to check the condition. We have to terminate the loop only. Loop से ही बाहर आना है. बट लूप से बाहर आने के लिए आपको कंडीशन तो चेक करना पड़ेगा ना कि अगर ये कंडीशन ट्रू है तो ही मुझे बाहर आना है. तो कंडीशन चेकिंग किसमें करोगे? इफ में. ठीक है. चाहिए तो एक इनफाइनाइट वाला एग्जांपल भी दिखा देता हूं. सी लाइक इंटीजर आई इक्वल टू 1 ले लेता हूं एंड देन वाइल ट्रू आई एम राइटिंग. ओके. अंदर आते ही मैं आई प्रिंट कर देता हूं. देन आई चेक वेदर आई इज इक्वल टू 5. Yes to break. No, then I'll increment I. ठीक है. So in this case, what will happen? I is equal to 1. Initialize I equal to 1. Then come to while loop, while true. As it is true, it will enter inside print 1. 1 print कर देगा. Check करेगा. Is it 5? No. Increment it. Make it 2. Again, print 2. As it is true, it will directly come inside. Print 2. Check. Is it 5? No. Make it 3. Print 3. Is it 5? No. Make it 4. Print 4. Is it equal to 5? No. Then make it 5. Print 5 and then check whether it is 5. Yes, it is 5. Therefore, break directly come out of the loop. Okay. See ya. After printing, finally, when it prints 5 and then checks whether it is 5, 5 equal to 5. 5 equal to 5. Break. It will just come out of the loop. Getting clear? So I hope you understood this infinite loop also. Then we have third type of loop, which we'll quickly discuss today, so that in the next session we'll see some examples based on all the loops. Like, and one fourth type of loop is also remaining, that is for each. About that also I'll tell you. Next is do while loop. Do while loop is a exit test, or you can say post test, pre-test, post test. Means it will execute the loop body at least once. This is one or more times. Okay? So do while loop goes for how many times? One or more time. And therefore it is called as post test. Post test or exit test. It is not entry test, exit test. Okay, so it is like that. It is directly going to perform the body. Body performed. Direct start and run the body. After that, it will check the condition. Okay? If the condition is coming out to be true, it will come back and perform this body again. But if the condition is false, it will continue with the remaining code, whatever the remaining code. So you can see here, at least once the body is executed, then the condition is tested. Here also in the beginning only the condition may be false, but then also the body is executed at least once. So it runs the body, checks the condition, true, come back, again perform the body, going on. And if the condition is false, it will stop. Okay, so do while loop is also called as post test or exit test. And do while loop performs the loop body how many times? One or more time. Okay, so the syntax is like this: do, then the body, and then while and the condition. You have to terminate this condition by semicolon. A semicolon is required. And here also remember, in do while loop also, if your body is performing only one line, there is no need of brackets. Understanding? Bracket not compulsory. If within do and while, between do and while, if the body is only one line code, these brackets are not mandatory. But I told you, good practice. It is not compulsory, it is a practice. I've told you many times, compulsion and practice, there is a difference. Driving without a license, driving four-wheeler car without a seat belt is wrong. It is illegal because it is a compulsion. It is a rule. वो strict है, वो compulsion है, वो करना ही पड़ेगा. Getting? But as I said, if in our place there is no compulsion to the helmet, but still, if you wear it, then it's a good practice. If you wear helmet and then do it, good practice. Follow the signal, good practice, right? Actually, some will say follow practice is also in compulsion. So good, if you understand that, that is very good. That following signal is a compulsion, not a good practice. Getting? So it's up to you. You're civilized people, you're educated people. I hope you will follow all this. And if you follow, the next generation is going to follow. Right or no? If you are driving and if your sibling, your kids are sitting on the along with you, and if you are not following the rule, after some time they are also not going to follow. They'll say, "My parents don't follow, why I'll follow?" Right or no? Okay, so moving ahead, the syntax is clear to you. Do while. Minimum one time the body is executed. See here. Body executes first directly, and then the condition is checked. Therefore, it is called as post test loop. Okay. Here the body is executed at least once. Okay. Very simple examples we will see quickly. First, here also same which we did using a while loop, the same using do while loop. We are printing values from 0 to 4. See, I equal to 0, I is initialized to 0. Directly it will come and print 0. And then I plus plus, I becomes 1. Is 1 less than 5? Yes, come back. print 1 and make it 2. Is 2 less than 5? Yes. Come back, print 2. Okay, and make it 3. 3 less than 5? Yes. Come back, print 3. Make it 4. Is 4 less than 5? Yes. Print 4. And then I plus plus. I will become 5. Is 5 less than 5? False, and it will stop. Okay? No need to show the flow chart and all. Then, in this case, in the beginning only the condition is false. In the beginning only the condition, but still it is running this body how many times? At least once. See here. Body runs once, even when condition is false from the start only. See here, X is 10. It will directly jump inside. Okay. You have to relate it with the do while loop and the while loop. With like when you go to a multiplex to watch a movie, first you have to take the ticket. Ticket you have to take, and then only the entry is there. So in the entry only the ticket is checked, and then only you are allowed to go inside. So it is the entry test. But when you go to a restaurant, so when you go to a restaurant to have dinner, lunch, whatever, so there at the beginning only they don't take bill. You go inside, then you enjoy food, sub mangate ho. Yes or no? All 3 course, 4 course meal, jitna hai, aapko mangana hai. Getting? And when everything is done, then finally you have to pay the bill. So that is exit tested, not entry tested. Okay? Or it is post tested, not pre tested. Getting? So I hope this example never in the life you will forget. Okay? So as X is 10, then also it will enter inside, runs once, 10, and then come to check the condition. False, stop. But it is executed at least once. I'll show you one example. Now, one simple example, the standard one, which we did it using system.out.println I plus plus. The same thing we did using while loop, I less than 5, enter. So 0 to 4, it is printing. Example I said, x equal to 10. Do. You're coming inside and printing, like runs once x. Okay. Now in this case, see, as in the body, there is only one statement. I said there is no need of what? Bracket as well. You can just write do while and the statement. Okay. And condition is x less than 5. See. It is not repeating. Why? Because the condition is false. But the loop bodies run at least once. Getting, guys? Now, applications where do while loop will be best used, best application. When you're taking the input from the user and you want that unless and until the input is valid, you should not go ahead. Means you want to do the validation of the input. Like, for example, you're accepting a age and you want that age should be within the limit 18 to 60. 60 not above allowed, less than 18 not allowed. So unless and until user enters that age, we are not allowed to go ahead only till the input is validated. Till the input is not validated, it should not go ahead. So if the user enters valid input, okay. No, give the message invalid input, please enter again. Please enter again. Like that. Okay. So there do I loop will be best applicable. See here, example I'll tell you. You have created a scanner object. No need to tell all this thing again. Scanner object created. You're creating one age variable. Then in a do while loop, you're giving a message. Enter age between 1 to 120. Accept that age. If that age is less than 1 or greater than 120, again it will accept. So this do while loop will go on till you're not entering the age between 1 to 20, 120. Getting? So best application है. Minimum one time you have to accept the input. Minimum one time. Accept it. In the beginning only it is valid, no problem, it will continue ahead. But if it is invalid, it will again come and again wait for you to enter it. Getting? So that this is the best application of do while loop. See, I'll show you. Do. You're accepting age. So I'm creating an age variable. Do. Then system dot out dot println enter age within range 18 to 60, suppose I'm giving. Okay, I'm accepting it in sc.nextInt. I'm accepting it via scanner object sc.nextInt, coming in age. Now we will put a do while loop, and the while loop is like that: age less than 18 or age greater than 60. If any of this is true, if it is less than 18 or more than 60, it will come up and again accept age. So when your program is again and again accepting that, means you are not entering the valid input. Getting, guys? See here. Now it is telling enter age. Suppose I'm entering 80. It's wrong. About 60. Again I enter age. Suppose I'm entering 5. It's wrong. Again enter. But if I put 23, so is the condition satisfied? Means both are false. You're entering 23. So is 23 less than 18? No, false. Is it more than 60? No, false. Both are false. While loop will stop. While loop stop means you have entered the correct input. Then there is another application of do while loop where we have a menu driven program. Like you have displayed a menu and then accept the choice. Based on the choice, take the action. And it should keep repeating till you don't enter the exit choice or something. Right? So in that also, why do while loop is useful? Because at least once you have to show the menu. No? Menu should be printed at least once. Then accept the choice. Okay? And based on the choice, take the action. And then again, continue. Possible in the first case only you are exiting the loop. But then also minimum one time you have to display the menu. So in that situation, best is do while loop. Okay? I'll show you one example. Very simple skeleton code. See here. Now there is a choice variable. Choice variable is declared outside. Then the do while loop. Within do while loop, you're printing the menu. 1 is start, 2 is option, 3 is exit. So now actually this loop should go on till you don't enter choice 3. Means till the choice 3 doesn't come, keep doing the work. Understanding? Okay. So the menu is printed, then you are accepting the choice through scanner object, sc.nextInt. That choice you are passing to some function which is handling that choice, whatever it is, whatever choice you pass, based on that, it is taking some action inside it. And the loop is repeating till your choice is not equal to 3. Getting, guys? I hope you are understanding. Okay. So this is also a best example of do while loop. Like in menu driven program, the menu should be printed at least once. And then you will accept the choice. Based on the choice, you will take the action and again repeat it. And this repetition should go on till you don't enter choice 3. Getting, guys? Okay. We can take a demonstration of it. I'll show you some examples. I'll show you quickly one example in J shell. I'll show you. Okay. Like you're writing one function called as handle choice, to which you will be passing a number. Okay. So suppose it is one, we'll just give a display like you entered start or whatever, start the application. 2, options displayed, something like that. Okay. So void handle choice. That is one function I'm going to make, to which what will be passing one integer variable. Okay. And based on that n, we will do something. Okay. So I'm writing a switch case where I'm passing that n. If it is case 1, I'll print something. Some system.out I'm putting. System.out.print start, right? Then break. Then coming to case 2, system.out.println options. Okay, only these two things are there in this switch. No need to put a break over there. This part is done. Okay, the method is created. Now what we'll do is we will create one scanner object, import java.util.scanner. So first I have to create a scanner object, new scanner, system.in. Okay, one choice variable. I'll create one choice variable. Then our do while loop will start. Now in that do while loop, I'm printing one menu, system one, that is start. Second choice is options. And the third choice is exit. Okay. And we will give a message. Please enter your choice from 1 to 3. Right? In one more system.out.println, enter your choice 1 to 3. The choice I'm accepting in the choice variable. Choice equal to sc dot next int. Okay. So menu is printed, then you are accepting the choice. That choice is accepted in this choice variable. And then that choice I'm passing to handle choice. Okay. That handle choice, and we are passing that choice, that will come in n. Then whatever choice is there will come in n. If it is matching with case 1, it will display start. Matching with 2, options. Right? Will go on. And here for a while loop, I'll give a condition that choice not equal to 3. Till choice is not equal to 3, it will keep repeating the do while loop. Now, as it is a do while loop, minimum one time it will enter in the loop. By any means, it has to enter in the loop. That is the peculiarity of do while loop. It performs the body minimum once. So see here, do while loop started. Is it printing menu? 1 start, 2 option, 3 exit. Enter your choice. Suppose I'm giving choice 2. Okay, so is that 2 passed to handle choice? It comes here. Case 1, no. Case 2, yes. Options. Is it printing options? And after doing that, as it's a while loop, what is your choice? 2. Is 2 not equal to 3? Yes. Therefore, it will come again and print the menu again. Again, it is accepting choice. Suppose I'm giving choice 1. That 1 is passed to handle choice. It will come in n. N is 1. It will print start. See, is it printing start? And as the choice is 1, which is not equal to 3, it is true, it will come again print the menu. Again, accept choice. But suppose now I give 3. When you give 3, is this condition failed? While choice not equal to 3. Choice is 3. And you are saying repeat till choice is not 3. But it is now 3 equal to 3. The condition is false and the while loop will stop. Can you see? The while loop stops and it comes to J shell. Okay. So I hope you're understanding the application, the use of do while loop. Generally, do while loop is well suited for a menu driven program. Okay. Then there is a fourth type of loop which we are supposed to study. And still yesterday's session, 3 loops we have done. One that is for loop, second while loop, third do while loop, and this is fourth one called as for each. It was introduced in Java 5 onwards. It is not there in the original Java. Original Java means 1.0 Java. In that, this type of loop was not there. It is introduced in Java 5. Therefore, all the things which are updated in Java 7, then Java 8 onwards, something in 14, something in 21, each and everything I try to update you while teaching. Like in switch case, I think I have told you everything about switch till today's date. Okay. So this special for loop is used for traversing an array or a collection object. We have to learn collections separately. One complete uh, topic is there. Instead of topic, you can say a complete chapter wise, you can say complete collection framework we have to learn. Okay. So that will be learned in exhaustive way, in depth, breadth, everything. But for time being, I'm saying now that if you have a collection object and you want to traverse that collection, then also you can make use of for loop. This type of for loop. See here. You have to use like this for, okay, temporary variable, whatever the temporary variable is. Now you can declare that temporary variable here also by giving the type. Here only you can write type. So variable will get declared here. And then colon you have to write. And then your array or collection object. If you have an array, give array. Collection object, then give that collection object. Okay? And then the body of that for loop. Now how it works. After every iteration, one element from the array is copied in that temp. Getting? Array can be traversed by index for loop also. Index for loop for int I equal to 0 to I less than array dot length I plus plus. Yesterday I showed you. Getting? Sometimes like when you want to just traverse the array and you don't know how many elements are there in the array. Okay, you can traverse using this for loop. So what it will do after every iteration, one value from the array is copied in temp. वन बाय वन एक एक करके तो ये अरे का एक वैल्यू टेंप में आ जाएगा अंदर बॉडी एग्जीक्यूट होगा फिर अगले इटरेशन के लिए नेक्स्ट वैल्यू जो भी अरे में वो इस टेंप में आ जाएगा देन द बॉडी इज एग्जीक्यूटेड दिस विल गो ऑन एंड व्हेन ऑल द वैल्यूज इन द अरे आर ट्रैवर्स मींस विजिटेड जब सारे वैल्यूज हमने अरे में से विजिट कर लिए हैं देन द फॉर लूप विल स्टॉप. Agreed? So at a time, one value from the array is copied in temp. Like if your array is containing some 5 values. So first time, first value will come in temp, perform the body. Second value, again perform the body. And when all the values are visited, all the values that traverse, the for loop will stop. Same thing is applicable for collection object also. Now we'll say what is collection object. Collection object is an object which groups many objects. मीन्स वो खुद एक ऑब्जेक्ट है बट जिसके अंदर मेनी ऑब्जेक्ट स्टोर्ड है. गेटिंग लाइक योर स्कूल बैग, कॉलेज बैग और योर ऑफिस बैग. So bag is the object, but within that bag there are many objects, right? Within that bag, there is the laptop, there is the charger, your notebook, pen, tiffin, whatever. So many things. They all are objects, but that objects are kept in one object. Different objects kept in one object. That becomes the collection object. There are many types of collections. We will be learning in detail their internal storage mechanism, their timings, all we have to learn. Now, just I want to tell you, for each can be used to traverse that collection object also. Getting clear? So I'll show you both examples. Syntax first you understand. For temporary variable, this is that temporary variable, its type. Now you give the type based on the type of the elements which are there in that iterable. They will say what are iterable? Iterable means a group object or a multi-valued variable. Multi-valued variable means ऐसा variable जिसमें एक value नहीं रखा है, multiple value. And iterable means a group object or a collection or a multi-valued variable which you can traverse one by one. जिसको एक एक करके ट्रैवर्स कर सकते हैं उसको हम इटरेबल ऑब्जेक्ट कहते हैं. तो अरे भी एक इटरेबल ऑब्जेक्ट है. कलेक्शन ऑब्जेक्ट्स है, काफी कलेक्शन ऑब्जेक्ट्स है, सेट है, देन लिंक लिस्ट है, अरे लिस्ट है, सो मेनी आर देयर. ओके, दे ऑल आर इटरेबल. ठीक है. सो इटरेबल ऑब्जेक्ट मीन्स अ ग्रुप ऑब्जेक्ट, अ कलेक्शन ऑब्जेक्ट or a multi-valued object, a object in which many values are kept, and one by one you can traverse those all values within that object. वो ऑब्जेक्ट के अंदर जितने वैल्यूज है उसको आप एक एक करके ट्रैवर्स कर सकते हो, इसलिए उसको इटरेबल कहते हैं. सो इन दिस फॉर लूप व्हाट विल हैपन, वन बाय वन वैल्यू फ्रॉम द इटरेबल इज कॉपीड इन दिस वेरिएबल. ये इटरेबल में से एक एक वैल्यू ये वेरिएबल में आके कॉपी होते जाएगी. फर्स्ट टाइम फर्स्ट वैल्यू आ गया ये टेम्पररी में, बॉडी परफॉर्म होगा. अगली बार नेक्स्ट वैल्यू कॉपी, अगेन बॉडी परफॉर्म. व्हेन देयर आर नो मोर वैल्यूज टू ट्रैवर्स, सारे वैल्यूज विजिट हो गए तो फॉर लूप खुद ही स्टॉप हो जाएगा. गेटिंग? सो दिस फॉर लूप वर्क्स विथ, आई टोल्ड यू, अरे और इट वर्क्स विथ इटरेबल ऑब्जेक्ट, कलेक्शन ऑब्जेक्ट. ठीक है. सी, इट वर्क्स विथ अरेज which can be of any type. So if it is an array of integer, create this temporary variable of type integer. अगर ये array integer का है तो ये temporary variable int का होगा. अगर array float का है तो ये temporary variable float type. क्यों? क्योंकि एक एक वैल्यूज कॉपी करने वाले हो, तो वो एक एक वैल्यू जिसमें कॉपी करोगे वो जो वैल्यू का टाइप है वही वो वेरिएबल का टाइप भी होना चाहिए ना. राइट और नो? एंड सेकेंड इज any class which is implementing iterable interface. So काफी क्लासेस है जो इटरेबल इंटरफेस को इंप्लीमेंट करते हैं, लाइक लिंक लिस्ट, अरे लिस्ट, वेक्टर, ओके, देन ट्री सेट, हैश सेट, लिंक हैश सेट, सो मेनी अदर, ऑल वी विल बी लर्निंग. एग्जांपल इधर दिया देखो, लिस्ट, सेट, मैप, मेनी अदर. तो उसको इटरेबल इसलिए कहना है कि इट इज allowing you to traverse all the elements in that group. एक्चुअली इटरेबल क्या होता है? ग्रुप ऑब्जेक्ट है. मीन्स एक ऑब्जेक्ट जिसके अंदर मेनी ऑब्जेक्ट्स ग्रुप करके रखे. वो खुद एक ऑब्जेक्ट है बट जिसके अंदर मेनी ऑब्जेक्ट्स डाल के रखे, एंड फिर आप वो एक एक ऑब्जेक्ट विजिट कर सकते हो या ट्रैवर्स कर सकते हो. गेटिंग? तो इसलिए उसको इटरेबल कहना है. एग्जाम्पल विल सी. फर्स्ट एग्जाम्पल ऑफ अरेज आई शो यू, traversing an array. Then I'll show you traversing collections. Both I'll show you. ठीक है. पहला देखो, traversing an array. ये array आप नॉर्मल काउंटर फॉर लूप से भी कर सकते हो. फॉर कल इन प्रीवियस सेशन ओनली आई हैव शोन फॉर int I equal to 0, I less than num dot length, I plus plus, and अंदर आके आप लिखोगे nums of I. Of means square bracket. Like this, nums of I. This way you can access each and every element. That way is also possible for array. This is also one other simplified way. Okay, so array created है, देखो nums नाम का एक array. Array भी एक object ही होता है जावा में. And as array is an object, it is a non-primitive type. It is a ref type. So nums नाम का सिर्फ एक reference variable बन जाएगा. Where on the stack. कितने एलिमेंट्स है? 5. तो 5 इंटीजर्स के लिए जगह हिप पे एलोकेट होगी. This nums variable is on the stack, but the array in which 5 values are stored, getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. तो 5 इंटीजर्स के लिए जितना जगह है उतना एलोकेट होगा, वो इनिशियलाइज होगा विथ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 एंड फिर वो अरे का रेफरेंस इसमें स्टोर्ड है. ये जो नम्स वेरिएबल है इसमें ये पूरे अरे का रेफरेंस है. दिस इज ऑन हिप, दिस इज ऑन स्टैक. नाउ यू आर यूजिंग दैट अरे इन अ फॉर लूप. int n colon nums. So one by one element from the array, it will retrieve and give it in n. So what is the first value in nums? 1, that will come in n, you print it. Next value is 2, that will come in n, print it. So one by one, what will come? Single value from the array in this temporary. Perform the body. Again come back. Again take the next value. Copy in n. Again perform the body. Getting? So this way it goes on. Right? I'll show you the demonstration. Then example, you can have an array of strings also. This is array of integer. This is array of strings, guys. I hope you're getting string square names. Whenever before or after the variable there is a square, automatic Java treats it as an array. जैसे इधर स्क्वायर है तो ये अरे है, इधर भी स्क्वायर है. आगे पहले स्क्वायर लिखना है या बाद में स्क्वायर, डजंट मैटर. व्हेन इट मैटर्स दैट आई टेल यू, डोंट वरी. ठीक है. तो स्ट्रिंग स्क्वायर नेम्स इक्वल टू एंड इट इज अ अरे ऑफ स्ट्रिंग्स. यू आर ट्रैवर्सिंग. व्हाट इज द टाइप ऑफ ईच एलिमेंट इन द अरे? अरे का एक एक एलिमेंट का टाइप क्या है? स्ट्रिंग. इसलिए ये टेम्पररी वेरिएबल स्ट्रिंग. इन दिस अरे व्हाट आर द टाइप, what is the type of each element? Integer. Therefore, your temporary variable is integer. Get it? So each element in the array is an integer. Therefore, here I wrote int. Each element is a string. Therefore, I wrote temporary variable string. Okay. Now, one by one value from that array is getting copied in name. First time Arjun will come in name. You print it. Again, come back. Next value, Balram. Again, next value, Chaitanya. Now there are no more values to visit. All values are visited. For loop will stop. Okay? I'll show you a quick demonstration of that as well. See, I'm creating one array NOS equal to some values I'm storing. 45, 23, 89, 100, 34, 105, 78. Done. An array is created. Integer NOS square equal to an array of integers. Now, if I want to traverse this array one by one, एक एक करके मुझे ये एलिमेंट्स चाहिए, तो आप फॉर ईच यूज करो. देखो, इंटीजर x कोलन nos एंड देन system dot out dot println x. Enter. Is it printing each and every value one by one? एक एक करके वैल्यूज प्रिंट कर रहा है. Yes. So in the array NOS, first value is 45. That will come in X. Print it. Again come back. Take the next value, 23, then 89, then 100, then 34, then 105, then 78. So one by one values are coming in X. You're printing them. Okay. And when you visit the last value, 78, after that, there are no more values to visit. The for loop will stop. This is an integer array. Same way if you have a string array, like name square equal to. Okay, some names I'm putting like Arjun, Balram, Chaitanya, Damodar. Okay. Okay, so I've created an array of strings. Getting guys? Array of strings. Now, if I want to traverse this array using this new for loop, which I told you, you can traverse using a counter for loop also, guys. But if I want to traverse using this new style for loop for string x or string name colon names. Why I wrote the temporary variable string? Because it's an array of string. Here the temporary variable is integer because it's an array of integer. Right? I'm going to print system.out.println name. Is it printing all the names one by one? So first time from that names array, Arjun come in name. Print it. Next time Balram, next time Chaitanya, next time Damodar, next time Beam, next time Gopal. And then there are no more. All are visited. The for loop will stop. Okay? Hope it is clear. Just give me quick confirmation.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Then next is traversing a collection. Actually, we have to learn collections separately. A complete exhaustive topic is there, and which is a very favorite topic in interview also. Collection framework. So we have to learn that entire hierarchy. What all things come under that complete collection framework. Okay. Then in map category, what all things come. All we have to learn. But now just to tell you about the for loop, this advanced for loop. Okay, so if you want to traverse a collection, this advanced for loop is also applicable for collection. It's not only for array. And what is a collection? It is an object which groups many objects. ऐसे याद रखना है कि वो खुद एक ऑब्जेक्ट है और जिसके अंदर मेनी और ऑब्जेक्ट्स को ऐड किया है हमने. So it acts like a bag or it acts like a container, right or no? So when mom comes from market with a cotton bag. So that bag is the object, but inside that many things are there. Tomatoes are there, potatoes are there, onions are there, so many things. They are also objects only, but they are kept in one bigger object. Okay? So how to traverse the collection? Example I give you. First, I'm creating a list. Many types of collections are there. List is one type of collection. See here. List dot off is a static method of that list. So list dot off and give the list of values. Now, are they all strings? Therefore, this list object is telling that it is a list of string. You can create list of anything, but it should be object only, yeah? Not primitive. If I give primitive also, 10, 20, 30, it will get converted into wrapper integers, wrapper class. Getting? Integer wrapper class objects. Ultimately, they have to be objects because collection stores only objects. Collection is the object in which what is dumped? Objects only. So primitives you cannot give, but if you give primitive like 10, 20, they will get automatic converted to integer wrapper object. If I give floats, it will get converted to float wrapper object. And then the objects are dumped in it. Okay, so this you got a list object in which all these ABC are dumped. Now you can traverse it using a for loop. Same like a array. See, you know that in that collection, what are there? Strings are there. Therefore, the temporary variable is string. One by one value will come from the list. First time A will come, then B, then C, and then you're printing it. Okay, how to use it, I'll tell you. Now, if you want to use this collection objects, always remember you need to import java.util. Okay, which we did, I guess, in the past, but I think there we have just imported scanner. Okay, so if we need all, just write star. So import java.util.star. Done? Okay. Now we will create a list object. List of what? If it is a string, write string equal to list dot of and give the strings. Okay. I'm giving some strings like apple, banana, grapes, orange. Okay? So some strings I've given to this off method. It will just add all these strings in that list object. And you got a list object of strings. Okay, now you can traverse it for string x colon xs, whatever you want, colon list, and print it. System dot out dot println s. Okay, so will it retrieve one by one value from that list? So what has gone in the list? Apple, banana, grapes, orange. So one by one value will come in S from that list. So from that list, apple will come, then banana, then grapes, then orange. Okay, and that you are printing. Can you see? So simple. You can create list of integers also, guys. See, but it should be a wrapper integer, not primitive integer, because it's a rule. Collection is a collection of objects only. Though you are giving integer, but it will not store primitive integer. It will convert each and every integer into an integer class object. Primitive integer, जितने भी primitives है, उन पे ऑटो बॉक्सिंग लगेगा और वो सारे इंटीजर ऑब्जेक्ट्स में कन्वर्ट हो गए. ये क्लास आई कैपिटल. देखो मैं इधर आई लिस्ट कहता हूं, लिस्ट डॉट ऑफ, एंड मैंने अगर नंबर्स भी दिए, ठीक है, 100, 45, 105, 117, whatever. Sorry. It is not going to store these numbers directly. ये तो primitive type है. इनको सबको किसमें कन्वर्ट कर देगा? Into integer wrapper object. इन पे ऑटो बॉक्सिंग लगेगी. ये सब जन ऑब्जेक्ट्स में कन्वर्ट हो जाएंगे. इंटीजर रैपर ऑब्जेक्ट जिसमें 56 जाके स्टोर. ठीक है? And then when you want to traverse it, you need to use integer wrapper object only. Yeah? Whatever temp I, जो भी लिखना है, I list. And when you print it, system.out.println I. Printing जब करते हो तो unboxing होते रहता है. Means I list में से अभी ये एक एक ऑब्जेक्ट्स आएंगे. हमारे लिए वो 56 है, बट वो 56 इंटीजर रैपर ऑब्जेक्ट के अंदर है. इंटीजर क्लास के रैपर ऑब्जेक्ट के अंदर है. गेटिंग? तो वो ऑब्जेक्ट आएगा एंड प्रिंट करते समय वो अनबॉक्स होगा. उसके अंदर जो 56 है वो प्रिंट होगा. 78 जो है वो प्रिंट होगा. इज इट प्रिंटिंग दोज वैल्यूज ओनली? ठीक है. दिस वे देयर आर मेनी अदर कलेक्शंस आल्सो, लाइक सेट. सेट की खासियत इतनी है, सेट अगर बनाने गए, सेट डॉट ऑफ, it will not give error, but it will only store unique value. It follows the set definition. Set का जो definition है, according to discrete maths, I hope somewhere in your life you have learned discrete mathematics. In that you might have studied set chapter. Set is a collection of objects without repetition, or set is a collection of unique elements or distinct elements. So here also in Java, it will follow that math set definition only. So if I give again 10, again 50, again 10, again 20, unique values only will get stored in it. It will not give error or anything. Again, remember, set is the object in which other objects are dumped. So though I give 10, 20, 30, they are converted into wrapper objects. ना याद रखना, इस पे ऑटो बॉक्सिंग लगेगा. That 10 is converted into integer wrapper object. 20, करेक्ट? हर एक को इंटीजर रैपर ऑब्जेक्ट में कन्वर्ट किया जाएगा और उस ऑब्जेक्ट के अंदर वो प्रिमिटिव सेव्ड है. अगेन ऑब्जेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट, बिकॉज इन कलेक्शंस यू कैन नॉट स्टोर डायरेक्टली प्रिमिटिव्स. कलेक्शन में ऑब्जेक्ट ही जा सकता है, तो ये प्रिमिटिव्स भी किसमें कन्वर्ट होते हैं? इंटीजर रैपर क्लास के ऑब्जेक्ट्स. ठीक है, तो वो हो गया. अभी आप सेट को ट्रैवर्स कर रहे हो, अनप्रिडिक्टेबल ऑर्डर होता है. इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी यू विल गेट वैल्यू 10 20 30 ओनली, यू कैन गेट इन एनी ऑर्डर. Why? I'll not tell you now. When we will learn set in collections chapter, डिटेल में बताऊंगा कि क्यों अनप्रेडिक्टेबल ऑर्डर होता है. बट एक एक वैल्यू विजिट करेगा. ओके, वन बाय वन वैल्यू इट विल गिव यू फ्रॉम दैट सेट. बट एक एक वैल्यू जब आ रहा है ना सेट के अंदर से, तो वो इंटीजर ऑब्जेक्ट है, याद रखना. इट इज अ ऑब्जेक्ट इनसाइड विच दैट 10 इज केप्ट इन दैट ऑब्जेक्ट. बट फिर कहोगे कि यहां तो वो इंटीजर ऑब्जेक्ट की तरह बाहर आ रहा है, बट आपने डायरेक्टली प्रिमिटिव को दिया है. तो यहां ऑटो में यहां अनबॉक्सिंग हो रहा है, ऑटोमेटिक अनबॉक्सिंग होता है जावा में. इसके अंदर जो रखा हुआ 10 है प्रिमिटिव, वो बाहर निकलेगा और वो ये वैल वेरिएबल. अब कहोगे कैसे बाहर आता है, तो डॉट इंट वैल मेथड कॉल होती है. यहां से जो एक एक ऑब्जेक्ट बाहर आएगा उसका डॉट इंट वैल कॉल होगा, और वो इंट वैल अंदर रखा हुआ जो प्रिमिटिव है वो निकाल के देता है, और वो प्रिमिटिव वैल में कॉपी. ठीक है, एंड देन यू आर प्रिंटिंग इट. दैट इज ऑल्सो पॉसिबल. You can create set of strings also, doesn't make difference. I'm creating set of, so I'm creating set of strings only. Okay, set equal to set dot off. I'll give strings like I'm giving Arjun, then Balram, then suppose again Arjun. If I give, I'm giving Gopal, Madhav. Again, if I give Gopal, okay, again if I give Arjun, doesn't matter. Getting? Okay, it is throwing, and but if you do it with add method, it won't, but it will keep the unique value. See, I'll show you how to create it. Set string set equal to new. Suppose has set, reset, any type of set if you are creating. Okay. Here also you have to mention you're creating a has set of set. Okay. 1 minute. Warning unchecked conversion. ठीक है, doesn't matter. It's just a warning. It is saying my syntax is wrong. Very sorry. Syntax ऐसा होगा. New has set. Here you have to write here. Okay. Now it's done. Now if you go on adding those names one by one, set dot add. Okay. Arjun. Set dot add. Gopal. Set dot add. Again, if I add Arjun, it doesn't give any error. But see, is it returning false? Why? Because it is telling Arjun is already present. Error doesn't come, but the value won't get added. Okay? Like this. If I'm adding Balram, set dot add. Again, if I add Gopal, it will just return false. Okay? So this way the values are added. Now you have to traverse it. So you can traverse like this: string name colon set, and print all the names system.out.println name. Okay, so from the set, one by one name will come in this name variable, and you're printing. When there are no more names to be visited, it will stop. And you can see Arjun is once only, Gopal is once, Balram is once, Chaitanya is once. Though you have added Arjun second time, it will not get added. Okay, though you are adding Gopal again, but it's already there, it will not get added. So while printing, you're seeing Arjun once, Gopal once, Chaitanya once, Balram. But can you see the order is unpredictable? Why? Because internally it uses hashing technique and all. So now I won't tell you, it will be confusing for you. Okay? But this way you can traverse a set. So set is also a collection, list is also a collection. Okay. Now some may have a doubt like what is the difference between it? There are a lot internal differences, the internal storage mechanism, then the timing factors and all, whether they are duplicate or no, like list duplicate allowed, set no duplicate allowed. Okay, internally they are stored in a contiguous memory. Here they are stored according to the hashing. So lot of difference, but as I said, no need to worry now because we will be learning a complete detailed chapter called collections. So there you will understand each and everything. Now I just wanted to show you this for loop. अभी मुझे ये enhanced for loop जो है जो कलेक्शन पे भी लगा सकते हैं वो बताना था इसलिए यहाँ ये एग्जांपल लिया ठीक है नाउ दिस फॉर ईच लूप इज हैविंग सम लिमिटेशंस उसके क्या लिमिटेशंस है वो एक एक करके बता दो एंड यू शुड रिमेंबर दिस फ्रॉम इंटरव्यू पर्सपेक्टिव if you're I hope you all are many are from freshers category only right maximum are in the freshers category so if you are in freshers you're already experienced and then you're going to apply for some higher level post and all that is okay but if you're campus preparation you're doing or you're going to apply as a fresher these all basic things are sure to be known in technical round okay so what are the limitations one limitation is you cannot get the index of the element if, if you're traversing an array using a for loop you have an array integer nos square equal to an array बना दिया है ठीक है and ये traverse करो using this for loop for int t colon nos so in this for loop you can only access the elements you don't have access to their indexes इसका index नहीं मिलेगा 0 1 2 which you can get in normal for loop also normal counter based for loop if you have a counter based for loop then using the index you can traverse no? from 0 1 whatever the length is and फिर लिखते हो ना nos of I that is not possible here you cannot get the index of the elements getting that is one problem cannot access index C जैसे ये for loop है अभी common sense है nums नाम का एक क्या रहेगा can anyone tell me nums नाम का एक क्या रहेगा no not a single person can tell for int n colon nums what will be nums nums will be an this for loop is going out for what guys ये for each किसके लिए है to traverse what is this nums कॉमन सेंस है अब भी मैंने एक एग्जांपल भी दिया गाइस अब भी जस्ट नाउ लिखा एनओएस लिखा कि नहीं तो ये एनओएस नम्स क्या रहेगा व्हाट विल बी नम्स
Hello, sir.
यस स्पीक आई एम एबल टू हियर यू
Array?
इट हैज टू
Array.
बी एन अरे इट हैज
Once
टू
is
बी
the
एन अरे
array or collection.
नाउ इट इज अरे because this is the heading ना cannot access index index किसको होता है अरे एलिमेंट्स को ही होता है ना right or no
Yes, sir.
then so this nums अभी कौन रहेगा एक array ओके तो एक एक करके वो अरे का एलिमेंट आते रहेगा एन में फर्स्ट टाइम 5 आएगा फिर नेक्स्ट टाइम 10 नेक्स्ट टाइम 3 नेक्स्ट टाइम 8 यू विल डू द एक्शन बट यू विल नेवर गेट द इंडेक्स ऑफ इट इसका इंडेक्स अगर चाहिए कुछ लैंग्वेजेस में है फॉर लूप ट्रैवर्स करते समय इंडेक्स भी मिलता है फॉर ऑफ फॉर इन जावास्क्रिप्ट अगर पढ़ोगे तो उसमें दिया है उन्होंने कोलन की जगह पे ऑफ लिखा तो वैल्यू मिलता है, इन लिखा तो यू विल गेट द इंडेक्सेस. हियर इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. हियर ओनली द वैल्यूज यू विल गेट. नम में से जो वैल्यूज है 5, then 10, then 3, then 8, but you will not get the indexes. That is the limitation. You should remember limitation of this for loop. ठीक है. Second, while traversing that array or collection, while traversing, you cannot do any changes in it using this for loop. Okay. If while traversing only you want to make changes, then use our standard for loop, or use for collection you use iterators and then do that. ट्रैवर्स करते करते ही अगर मैं कलेक्शन में कुछ चेंजेस कर रहा हूं, इट विल थ्रो concurrent operation exception. Getting? See here. Cannot modify the array or collection structurally. Structurally means जो उसका ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, जिस उसका ऑर्डर है, वो ऑर्डर में कोई एलिमेंट में इंसर्ट कर रहा हूं या एलिमेंट कोई डिलीट कर रहा हूं, ऐसे नहीं कर सकते. यूजिंग दिस फॉर यू कैन डू दैट स्ट्रक्चरल चेंजेस, but use some other technique. Using this for loop, it is not possible. Okay, so cannot modify the array or collection structurally means जो उसका organization है, वो कैसे sequentially stored है या hash में stored है, तो बीच में ही एलिमेंट एक घुसा दिया है, एक आध एलिमेंट ड्रॉप किया, या किसी एलिमेंट की वैल्यू चेंज कर दी, मॉडिफाई किया वो वैल्यू. सो आई कैन नॉट डू दैट. सी अज्यूम करो ये लिस्ट ऑफ स्ट्रिंग्स है. This is a list of string and you are removing that value one by one from the list. ये list of string है. One by one value is coming in S. Okay. And you are trying to remove that element only from the list, which you can. List को remove method होता है. Okay. List को remove method है. You give the string, it will remove that string from the list. Getting? But loop के अंदर अगर ऐसे करने गए, उसी लिस्ट को एक एक करके ट्रैवर्स कर रहे हो और उसी लिस्ट में से एलिमेंट निकाल रहे हो, यू आर रिट्रीविंग ऑल्सो वन बाय वन एंड यू आर इमीडिएटली रिमूविंग ऑल्सो. इट वोंट अलाउ. इट विल थ्रो कंकरेंट मॉडिफिकेशन एक्सेप्शन. गेटिंग? ये एक्सेप्शन रन टाइम रेज होगा. देखो आपको चाहिए इधर दिखाता हूं. पास में हमने एक लिस्ट क्रिएट किया भी रहेगा. सी okay, this is list of numbers suppose. ठीक है, इसको ट्रैवर्स कर रहे फॉर int I colon I list. ओके, एंड मैं अंदर आके I list डॉट रिमूव कर रहा हूं वो I, वो एलिमेंट ही मैं किसमें से रिमूव कर रहा हूं, I list में से एक एक एलिमेंट में ट्रैवर्स कर रहा हूं. सो फर्स्ट टाइम 56, 78, 90 लाइक दैट, वो I में आ रहा है और वही एलिमेंट लिस्ट में से निकालते भी जा रहा हूं, आगे जा रहा हूं और पीछे का क्लीन करते जा रहा हूं. 56 रिमूव कर रहा हूं आगे, 78 रिमूव कर रहा हूं आगे, बट ये ऐसा होगा ही नहीं. इट इज पॉसिबल ना ट्रैवर्स करते करते डिलीट करना है, बट नॉट यूजिंग दिस फॉर लूप. अब सिंपल इटरेटर्स यूज करो एंड व्हाइल लूप एंड इटरेटर ऐसे करके फिर वो कर सकते हो, नॉट यूजिंग दिस टाइप ऑफ फॉर लूप. ओके, सी इज इट थ्रोइंग कंकरेंट एक्सेप्शन या अनसपोर्टेड ऑपरेशन एक्सेप्शन. इसे कह रहा कि ये पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. ओके, जैसे इस केस में किया हमने, इट इज गिविंग कंकरेंट मॉडिफिकेशन, यू आर रिमूविंग इट. गेटिंग गाइस? लिस्ट ऑफ स्ट्रिंग्स भी हो सकता है. इट कैन बी लिस्ट ऑफ स्ट्रिंग्स. मीन्स while traversing only you are doing some changes is not possible. ठीक है? And other thing is like using this type of for loop. Reverse traversing is not possible. You cannot. But can I traverse in a reverse way using normal index for loop? इंडेक्स वाला फॉर लूप है तो उसमें नॉर्मल रिवर्स ट्रैवर्स कर सकता हूं ना, ऐसे लिख के फॉर इंटीजर I equal to array dot length -1. Can I write? देन कंडीशन ऐसे लिखूंगा I greater than equal to 0 and every time I'll decrement it I minus minus. So this way can I traverse the array in a reverse order using normal index for loop. But it is not possible to traverse in a reverse way using this type of for loop, this special for each. करेक्ट? तो ये जो स्पेशल फॉर ईच वाला फॉर लूप है उसका रिवर्स ट्रैवर्सिंग के लिए यूज नहीं. करेक्ट? सिमिलर यू कैन नॉट ट्रैवर्स मल्टीपल कलेक्शंस. अगर दो दो कलेक्शंस है वो साथ में ट्रैवर्स करने वो नहीं पॉसिबल. बट इन अ काउंटर फॉर लूप कैन यू हैव मल्टीपल काउंटर्स एट अ टाइम? यस और नो? इधर मैंने I इक्वल टू 1 लिखा है, comma j equal to 1. So can we have multiple counters in the initialization? लास्ट में I plus plus j plus plus ऐसे लिखते हैं. तो नॉर्मल फॉर लूप में मल्टीपल काउंटर्स हो सकते हैं, बट ये टाइप के फॉर लूप में मल्टीपल कलेक्शंस या मल्टीपल अरे एक साथ नहीं ट्रैवर्स कर सकते हो. कैन नॉट इटरेट मल्टीपल कलेक्शंस इन सिंक साथ साथ. मीन्स मेरे पास ये एक कलेक्शन है और दूसरा, दोनों का एक एक वैल्यू लाया, सेकेंड सेकेंड थर्ड थर्ड, ऐसे नहीं पॉसिबल होगा. एक ही कलेक्शन एक साथ ट्रैवर्स कर सकते हो. देखो इधर कोलन, इस साइड एक कलेक्शन, इस साइड एक टेम्पररी वेरिएबल, या इस साइड एक अरे, इस साइड एक टेम्पररी वेरिएबल. गेटिंग? ऐसे नहीं लिख सकते हो यहां कॉमा एम एंड यहां कॉमा दूसरा अरे. इट इज अ रॉन्ग सिंटैक्स. That's what this point wants to tell, that cannot iterate multiple collections in sync or multiple array also. Getting? Means हमारे पास दो arrays है suppose. A जिसमें कुछ values है 10, 20, 30 और दूसरा एक array है B, okay, 70, 80, 20. दोनों का एक एक वैल्यू एक साइमल्टेनियसली एक्सेस करना है, दोनों का साइमल्टेनियसली. You cannot write like this for int I comma j colon a comma b. This is syntactically only wrong. Getting? Whatever you do या जो भी कुछ करोगे वो कैसे वर्क होगा, साइमल्टेनियसली नहीं आने वाला है. लाइक प्रिंट ln I plus space plus j. Getting? See, is it giving the syntax error only? ऐसे मल्टीपल अरे एंड मल्टीपल वेरिएबल एक साथ ट्रैवर्स नहीं कर सकते हो. ये टाइप का फॉर लूप से ये जो फॉर लूप है उसमें एक समय में एक ही अरे ट्रैवर्स हो सकता है. हाँ, बट द सेम थिंग आई कुड हैव डन इट यूजिंग अ काउंटर फॉर लूप. देखो ऐसे काउंटर फॉर लूप है उसमें चल जाता था I इक्वल टू 0. सपोज j मेरा लास्ट से स्टार्ट कर रहा हूं, मीन्स मुझे बी अरे में से लास्ट से प्रिंट करना है, आई अरे में से बिगिनिंग. सो ऐसे लिख सकता हूं I इक्वल टू 0, j इक्वल टू बी डॉट लेंथ माइनस 1. ठीक है? फिर मैं कंडीशन में लिख सकता हूं I लेस देन a डॉट लेंथ एंड लास्ट में मैं लिखूंगा I प्लस प्लस j माइनस माइनस. एंड फिर अंदर आके मैं ij नहीं प्रिंट कर रहा हूं, मैं a ऑफ I प्रिंट कर रहा हूं. ठीक है? एंड b ऑफ j प्रिंट कर रहा हूं. तो एट अ टाइम आर वी ट्रैवर्सिंग टू अरेज साइमल्टेनियसली? यस और नो? आर वी ट्रैवर्सिंग टू अरेज साइमल्टेनियसली? ए अरे एंड बी अरे. बट ए अरे बिगनिंग से शुरू हो रहा है, बी अरे लास्ट से शुरू हो रहा है. सी, पहले का 10 आया और दूसरे का 20, इसका 20, 80, 30, 70 ऐसे आ गया ना. तो साइमल्टेनियसली टू अरेज यू कैन ट्रैवर्स एट अ टाइम using a normal counter for loop, but you cannot do it using which technique? This specialized for loop. Okay, and you cannot even skip the elements. जैसे मुझे एक ट्रैवर्स करना है, एक छोड़ना है, फिर नेक्स्ट, फिर एक छोड़ना है. कैन वी डू इट इन अ नॉर्मल फॉर लूप? नॉर्मल फॉर लूप में स्टेप लिख सकते हो ना? Yes or no? Integer a square
Yes.
इक्वल टू काफी सारे वैल्यूज है 10 20 56 78 90 100 23 45 111 203 जितने सब नहीं प्रिंट करने एवरी अल्टरनेट वैल्यू कैन आई डू इंटीजर I इक्वल टू 0 I लेस देन a डॉट लेंथ I प्लस इक्वल टू 2 सिस्टम डॉट आउट डॉट प्रिंट ln a ऑफ I ठीक है which values will get printed every alternate value क्योंकि I हमेशा 2 से बढ़ रहा है तो पहली बार 0 फिर 10 है फिर 2 से बढ़ गया तो 56 फिर 90 फिर 23 फिर 111 getting only those values are printed but such thing is not possible in this for each ये टाइप के for each में क्या नहीं पॉसिबल है skipping the element में steps नहीं दे सकते हो no step size and all you have to traverse the whole array one by one इसमें स्टेप देने का प्रोविजन नहीं है गेटिंग तो ये सारे लिमिटेशंस याद रहेंगे मुझे लगता है क्या क्या when you're traversing an array using for each you cannot get the index then if you're traversing a collection so while traversing you cannot do modification you cannot traverse in a reverse way using this for loop अभी ये मत सोचो कि अरे को रिवर्स में नहीं हम करके दिखाएंगे ऐसे बताओगे हाँ आप रिवर्स में ट्रैवर्स कर सकते हो बट नॉर्मल काउंटर वाला फॉर लूप ये फॉर लूप से नहीं ये जो फॉर ईच है इससे रिवर्स नहीं ट्रैवर्स कर सकते देन साइमल्टेनियसली दो कलेक्शंस या दो अरेज साइमल्टेनियस ट्रैवर्स करने पहला वैल्यू या इसका पहला उसका लास्ट सेकेंड सेकेंड लास्ट थर्ड लास्ट गेटिंग ऐसे चाहिए मुझे तो वो ये फॉर लूप से नहीं कर सकते नॉर्मल काउंटर फॉर लूप से कर सकते हो एंड ये फॉर लूप में भी ट्रैवर्स करते समय स्टेप नहीं दे सकते हो यू हैव टू ट्रैवर्स ऑल द वैल्यूज यू कैन नॉट स्किप एलिमेंट्स यू कैन नॉट गिव स्टेप साइज विच कैन बी गिव इन अ नॉर्मल फॉर लूप यस ठीक है सो ऑल दिस थिंग टुडे वन मोर पार्ट ऑफ control flow instruction that is loop control statements okay also called as transfer instructions they are also called as transfer instruction because they are transferring the flow of execution from one point to some other point in the code like you're performing the loop and it is transferring the control from the loop to the outside loop or it is bringing to the beginning of the loop getting so they are also called as transfer instruction because they are transferring the flow of execution from one point to some another point in the code. Now, who all come under this? Currently, we are going to learn only two, that is break and continue. Okay. And there are many other, like we have return, then we have try catch, throw, assert. So that we'll learn in the appropriate chapters. Getting? Then we'll come to exception handling and all. Or when we'll come to methods, that time I'll tell you about return and all. Okay. Now only two we have to discuss, that is break and continue. So first is break. Okay. And just remember, break is a flow transfer statement. It is a flow transfer instruction, or you can call it as loop control statement. Break can only come in a switch. It is allowed to use in a switch or within a loop. Getting? You can use either in a loop or in a switch. You cannot use it in a alone statement. Like if you're using it in a if condition something and break. And this if is a alone statement. Means if is not part of any other loop or anything, then it won't work. It is a wrong statement. But if you're using break in a if, and if is a part of some loop, while loop or for loop, then it is okay. Then it is allowed. But in a alone if, I cannot use break. If I've used break in a if should be part of some loop. Okay. And now what does that break statement do? That we will discuss. Okay. So whenever in a loop body break is encountered, it will just terminate the loop and bring the control to the first statement, which is outside of that loop body. Getting whatever the loop is, let it be a for loop, whether it is a for each, whether it is while loop, do while loop, any type of loop. In the loop body, if what is encountered, break, okay, what will happen? The loop will terminate. The execution of that loop is stopped. The loop is terminated and the control is transferred to the first statement, which is outside that loop body. Getting? Okay. So the control will be transferred where? To the first statement, which is after that loop body. Okay. That's simple. The principle is break का use इतना simple है कि break is to break the loop. So within the loop body, whenever break is encountered, the loop is terminated, come out. ठीक है? So exit the loop immediately. Okay? Example I'm showing. For I'm performing one for loop, I equal to 0 to I less than 10, I plus plus. And then within the body, every time you're checking whether I is 5. If I has become 5, break. Break means it will come out of the loop. Please see, break I have used in a if, but still it is terminating the loop only, nearest loop. भले मैंने ये ब्रेक इफ में लिखा है तो भी ये ब्रेक इफ को ब्रेक नहीं करेगा, ये नियरेस्ट लूप को ही ब्रेक करने वाला, क्योंकि ब्रेक ये लूप को ब्रेक करने के लिए ही होता है। फिर कहोगे इफ में क्यों लिखा है? कंडीशनल ब्रेक करना है ना। अगर ये नहीं डाला तो अंदर आते ही ब्रेक हो जाएगा ना, डायरेक्ट फर्स्ट इटरेशन पे ही बाहर। तो मुझे कंडीशन चेक करके ही फिर ब्रेक करना है, तो कंडीशन चेकिंग किस में करोगे? इफ में। ओके, ठीक है। सो फर्स्ट टाइम आई जीरो, इज जीरो इक्वल टू 5? नो, प्रिंट जीरो। I plus plus, is I going to become 1? 1 less than 10? Yes, but is it 5? No, print 1. I plus plus 2, is 2 less than 10? Yes, is 2 equal to 5? No, print 2. Again 3, 3 less than 10? Yes, but is it 5? No, so print 3. Plus plus 4, 4 less than 10? Yes, but is it 5? No, print 4. Now I becomes 5. Is 5 less than 10? Yes, come inside. But is 5 equal to 5? Yes, break and directly come out of the loop. Directly यहाँ control किधर आ जाएगा? Loop के बाहर. ठीक है? Okay. So this is just terminating. Like you have decided to join the session. So every day you join one session, two session, three session, and then at some X session, getting you decide, no, this is not my field. I am not able to do this. So you terminate. So after that, you don't join only. So that is break. Getting? And there is opposite of break called continue. Continue means what? In any one session, due to some problem, you left the session in between. You joined the session and after half an hour, you left it. Maybe you have some serious problem or whatever. So you left, but you're not leaving the class only. Tomorrow you are going to come again from the beginning. So that is continue. Getting? So I'm trying to relate it. When you are canceling only, you don't want to do only any execution further, break. Okay? Example is clear, right? If you want, I'll show you one quick, simple example in JShell. See, for integer I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. Then you're checking whether I equal to 5. Yes, then break. No, then print that value. System.out.println I. Okay, see. Is it printing? Last it is printing 4. After printing 4, I plus plus 5. Is 5 less than 10? Yes. But is 5 equal to 5? Yes. Break. Break means it is not coming out of if, guys. Break means it is coming out of the loop. Okay. Now, next thing what I want to tell you is if you are using a nested loop, And inside the nested loop, if you are using break, it is just going to break the nearest loop. Okay. In nested loop, break exits only the innermost loop. Understand it carefully. Yeah. This is outer loop. Then this is inner loop. And in the inner loop, I'm writing break. Okay. Outer loop, and inner loop, I'm writing break. So by default, this break is going to break the nearest loop. So it will just come out of that nearest loop. Understanding? Clear? So suppose you want to terminate the loop of your choice. Like you want directly two loop to come out or one loop to come out. If there is a three level loop and directly you want to come three level out, then there is one provision given. You can give labels to your loop like this. Label is any meaningful name with a colon. Okay, any meaningful name with a colon. Okay, and then when you're breaking, that time you mention the label that we will be learning. I'm coming to that in the next slide. So when I write break Z, this is the advanced form of break, which is not there in C++ or C-like language. This is the enhanced break in Java. So break and then the label. So suppose if I write break X, so it is going to break which loop? The loop which is having label X. So this is that loop with the label X. So directly three loop out it will come. Getting? If you write break Y, so two loop. Break Z, then that. Means in short, whichever label you give, it is going to terminate that loop. The loop which is having that label. Getting? So understand that. Okay, actually label you can give to any statement. To any statement it is possible. Only for declaration statement, labels are not allowed. So I'll tell you about that. First, you just understand this, that if you have a loop within a loop and you're using only break, it is only going to break the nearest loop, that is the inner loop. You can check here. Okay? If you try to run this and check the output, you'll come to know. First time, what is I? I is 0, right? Then is 0 less than 3? Yes, it will come inside. First this part, I equal to 0, then check is 0 less than 3. Yes, come inside. Now this for loop start. Now this for loop means j equal to 0. Okay? Is 0 less than 3? Yes, come inside. But is j 1? No. So it is going to print I and j. So will it print this combination, 0, 0 combination? 0, 0. After printing 0, 0 combination, it will come to j plus plus. J plus plus means j becomes 1. Again, is 1 less than 3? Yes, come inside. But is j 1? Yes, your j value is 1. So as j is 1, break. But break which loop? Only the nearest loop. Break, it will break the nearest loop. Getting, guys? It will just come out of that inner loop. Okay? Getting the inner loop, it will come out. And after coming out of that inner loop, it will just come to the outer loop I plus plus. When j becomes 1, the inner loop is terminated. And directly it comes to the outer loop and I becomes 1. Okay? Now when I becomes 1, is 1 less than 3? Yes. Again come inside. Again j starts from 0. J equal to 0. Okay? Is 0 less than 3? Yes. Come inside. Is it 1? No. Then print that combination 1, 0. 0, 0. Then 1, 0 combination. After 1, 0 combination, again j plus plus, j becomes 1. Is 1 less than 3? Yes, come inside. But is 1 equal to 1? Yes, break. Break, only inner loop will break. Only inner loop is terminated. And then it comes to outer loop to I equal to 2. Again, I equal to 2. 2 is less than 3. Therefore, again come inside. Again start j equal to 0. Is j equal to less than 3. J0, 0 less than 3, yes, come inside. Is it 1? No. Print I and J combination. So I is 2, J is 0. Okay? Then J plus plus, J becomes 1. But when it becomes 1, 1 less than 3, come inside. Is 1 equal to 1? Yes, break. Again, inner loop break and come to I plus plus. But now I becomes 3 and the outer loop also stop. Why? Because this outer loop condition is also failed. So it has just printed 0, 0, 1, 0, and 2, 0. Why that 1 and 2 is not getting printed? Because whenever j becomes 1, the loop is terminated. Okay? I hope you got it. This concept is clear. You can check. We will just implement one for loop. For integer I equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. For integer j equal to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. I'm checking if j is equal to 1, break. No, then print system.out.println I, then I'm putting a comma and then j. Inner loop over, outer loop over. You can check when you are using j equal to 1 break, it is only breaking the nearest loop. Okay? See. So is it printing 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0? Only that three combinations? Yes, guys? Give me confirmation.
Yes, sir.
Then. Next is instead of break, continue. Now, opposite of break. I gave you an example. Like you attend the today's session, but midway you have left it. But midway when you leave, only the remaining part of today's session you have skipped. You have not decided to not come only to the class. Today's remaining session you have skipped, but tomorrow you are going to come from the beginning. Exact same concept here. Getting? Like in your loop, and this is to be used only within the loop. Continue can be used only within the loop. You cannot use it in alone if. If you are using it in a if, see here, if I'm writing if 10 less than 20, break. Getting? Is it generating a error? If 10 less than 20, break. I cannot use this break in a alone if. Suppose this if is a part of some switch or in a loop, it will work. See, break outside switch or loop, not allowed. Okay? Concept I hope clear to you. Same way continue. Continue also can be used only within loop. Okay, you are writing it in a if some condition continue. But that if should be part of a loop, right? Now, what does continue do? It is just skipping the remaining steps of the current iteration. Suppose this is the loop. Somewhere in the loop body, what is encountered? Continue. ठीक है? तो loop body में कहीं ना कहीं तो क्या encounter हो गया? The current iteration was going on. Some steps are performed. And then what encountered? Continue. What it will do, it will skip the remaining steps, remaining instructions. Whatever remaining instructions are there, it will skip and it will simply come to the beginning of the loop for the next iteration. Beginning of the loop, like जैसे for loop रहेगा, so it will come to that increment or decrement part. While loop रहेगा या do while loop, directly come to the condition. जहां कंडीशन चेक कर रहे हो वहां आ जाएगा डायरेक्टली. गेटिंग? तो इतना ही डिफरेंस है ब्रेक एंड कंटिन्यू. Break means directly come out of the loop. Continue, just skip the remaining iteration and come to the beginning of the loop for the next iteration. कहा ना कि हाफ एन आवर का लेक्चर अपने स्किप कर दिया, बट कल बिगनिंग से वापस आने वाले. And जब आपने तय किया मैं आने ही नहीं वाला हूं, मुझे ये जम रहा ही नहीं है जावा, ये मेरा फील्ड ही नहीं है, तो ब्रेक है. ब्रेक मीन्स स्टॉप, नाउ यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू अटेंड. गेटिंग? तो समझ लेना, ठीक है? कुछ बोलेंगे क्यों हमें ऐसे टॉन्ट मारते हो, गेटिंग? सो एज आई एम फ्रॉम पुणे, तो वी हैव दैट, वो कल्चरल वो है कि टॉन्ट मारना ये इनकी खासियत होती है, getting? And I've been in proper city for around 20 years, I know that, getting? So when you remain in the surrounding of FC college, कभी जाओ पुणे के FC college, SP, तो आपको पता चलेगा कि कैसे लोग वहाँ हर चीज पे आपको टॉन्ट मारेंगे, ठीक है? So I hope you are understanding. If it is clear to you, so you will continue with the sessions or you will decide later. Some have decided not to continue, right? So Java सबकी बस की बात नहीं है. That is proved. Continue. Skip to the next iteration. Okay. And there will be situations where there will be need of Java. Because एक stage आएगा जहां AI पूरा ban हो जाएगा. होने वाला है. Getting at one stage it will happen that AI will be completely banned. And then companies will start recruiting those people who are core developers. Core developers means those who write logics from zero. Such people will start getting hired. Getting and not far. Keep my words. I have so much years of experience. That time, such people, those who write all the logics from zero, they build the logics. They don't take AI help. Such people will again start getting recruited. वो cycle वापस से repeat होगा. Getting? Because there are all many other implications also no, of AI. Boons and वो भी होता है ना, merits and demerits. So there are many demerits also. Example I'm showing of continue. So what I said about continue, whenever in a loop, continue encountered, remaining steps are skipped and it just come back to the next iteration. Okay, तो ये वाला example में देखो. First time I is how much? 0. Okay, I is 0. Then tell me, is 0 less than 5? Yes, so come inside. But is it equal to 2? No. So print it. Remaining step, SOP I. So 0 is printed. Then I become, after printing, it comes to I plus plus. I plus plus, it becomes 1. Is 1 less than 5? Is 1 less than 5? Yes, come inside. But is it 2? No. Come down and print 1. Okay? After printing 1, I plus plus, it will become 2. Is 2 less than 5? Yes, come inside. But is 2 less than 5? Yes. But is 2 equal to 2? Yes. Continue. Continue will directly come to I plus plus. Skip this. It will not print. Okay? It will not do any printing. Directly it will come to I plus plus. What will I become now? 3. Is 3 less than 5? Yes. Is it 2? No. Print it. Again I plus plus. 4. Is 4 less than 5? Yes. Is it 2? No. Print 4. Then I plus plus 5. Is 5 less than 5? No. Condition fail. For loop stop. But in this case, did you see in one situation it skipped this printing logic. When I is 2, continue, it comes directly to I plus plus. It is skipping this statement. That is what I said. Correct? So halfway the code is done, continue encountered, it skips the remaining code and just come back to the beginning of the loop for the next iteration. अगले iteration को शुरू करेगा. करेक्ट? चलो आज का छोड़ देता हूं. आज जितना हुआ है, रिमेनिंग में स्किप कर रहा हूं, बट कल वापस पहले से. तो वैसे ही है. कंटिन्यू, तो रिमेनिंग स्किप, come back, I plus plus and start the next iteration. Hope it is clear, I guess. Yes or no, guys? Just keep interacting also. Keep responding.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, then I'll just complete with the task. ऐसे हो जाएगा. मैं अपना सिर्फ काम पूरा करके छोड़ दूंगा. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. ठीक है? See here. So here what we are checking, if I is double equal to 2, continue. Otherwise, print the value system.out.println I. Is it printing from 0 to 4 except 2? 0 to 4
Yes, sir.
except 2. Okay, got it. And here also alone if में break नहीं आ सकता है, ऐसे alone if है, break नहीं, continue. Again error ही देगा. It will say that it is not part of a loop. Is it giving error? Continue outside of loop. Means it is saying continue if में हो सकता है, but if ये loop का part होना चाहिए. ठीक है? See. Right? And if you are using continue in a while loop or a do while loop, while loop या do while loop में continue use किया है, तो increment part में नहीं जाएगा, वो condition को आएगा डायरेक्ट. For loop में क्या होता है? Continue किया, so it comes to this part I plus plus and then condition. But if you are using a while, continue in a while loop or a do while loop, then it skips the remaining and directly come to condition checking. Okay, so in a while or a do while, continue jumps back to the condition check. See, I'm using a while loop. I equal to 0. Okay, is 0 less than 5? Yes. Plus plus 1. Is 1 equal to 3? No. Print 1. 1 printed. Again check. Is 1 less than 5? Yes. Make it 2. 2 less than 3? No. Print 2. Come up. Is 2 less than 5? Yes. Make it 3. Is 3 equal to 3? Yes. Continue. Continue तो directly यहाँ आ जाएगा. Printing नहीं करेगा. 3 को print नहीं कर रहा. Directly come here. Now, is 3 less than 5? Yes. I plus plus 4. 4 is 3. No. Print 4. Again. 4 less than 5? Yes. Make it 5. Is 5 equal to 3? No. Print 5. Come here. Is 5 less than 5? No. Loop is stopped. So is it printing from 1 to 5 except 3? जब 3 था तब उसने वो printing skip किया. But सिर्फ इस example में बताना क्या है कि in a while loop, if you are using continue, in a while loop, if you are using continue, it comes back to the condition checking. Whereas in a for loop, if you are using continue, it comes to the increment or decrement part. Continue use किया तो ये इधर आता है increment decrement. जबकि यहाँ continue use किया तो वो डायरेक्ट कंडीशन चेकिंग के लिए आता है. इतना ही फर्क है. ठीक है? Then let me check. Maybe मैंने animation नहीं दिया है. I'll just add that animation quickly. Then one last part is there that we will quickly understand. Okay. One last part we will understand in the loops category. Loops nahi, the loop controlling instruction, that is break and continue. So you can use a label along with break and continue. Okay, little bit information few minutes back I told you. Like if you have a nested loop, okay, if there is a nested loop and within that nested loop, if you are using break or even continue, it is going to break which loop? The nearest loop, the innermost. If you have used break, it is just going to break the innermost loop. Or if you are writing continue, it will come back to the beginning of the nearest loop. But suppose I want a choice of terminating the loop, like I want directly 2 level out or directly 3 level out I want to come. Then they have given one option, Java has given an option. You can give labels to the loops, meaningful names, their names with a colon, and give the labels. And when you are using break, after break, mention that label. This is an enhanced break in Java. Getting in some languages, they have given number, like in PHP, if you have learned about PHP. There you just have to give a number, break 2, break 1, like that, which is copied from shell scripting language. Here it is a label. So break and give the label. Directly it will come out of that loop which is having that label. Getting, guys? So that is one option. And same way you can give label to continue also. So if instead of break, if I'm writing continue and I'm using that label, it will come directly to the beginning of that loop which is having that label. Continue X. So directly it will come to which iteration? The next iteration of which loop? The loop which is having that label, whatever label you have given. Getting? Now, generally, you have to give label to the loop body. Whatever loop bodies are there, you can give label. But Java doesn't give any error if you give label to just simple blocks. Just blocks बनाए, open brace, close brace. इसको anonymous blocks कहते हैं. Anonymous blocks means block without a name. कुछ header ही नहीं है. Header means यहाँ कुछ while, for, do, कुछ नहीं लिखा है. Then also to that labels are allowed. Syntactic error नहीं आता है. But वो कुछ काम का नहीं है. It is not any purpose. उसका कुछ meaning नहीं बनता है. But दिया तो भी grammar इसको गलत नहीं कहता है. मैं Java का syntax कहता है. To simple blocks also label can be assigned. Getting? Block के अंदर block रहेगा तो उसको भी label दे सकते हो. Only you cannot give label to the declaration statement. ऐसे declaration statement रहेंगे ना. You have declared some variables. So इसको label देना allowed नहीं. अभी सब कुछ चीजें मैंने स्लाइड पे नहीं लिखा है देखो, बट एक्सप्लेनेशन के समय ये बहुत सारी चीजें बताता हूँ. तो दैट इज ओनली यूजफुल व्हेन यू अटेंड द सेशन. हर चीज स्लाइड्स पे नहीं है, हर चीज नोट्स पे नहीं बेस्ड है. Everything is based on attending the session, listening, and making notes. Providing this PPT is not a big deal. I'll just now download and share in the group. It is not going to achieve much thing. Main is attending each and every word, listening. That's why there's the concept called Gurukul system na, from initial days, right or no? अपने हिंदू कल्चर में पहले से गुरुकुल कंसेप्ट था, बच्चों को वहां भेजा जाता था एंड देन टीचर्स यूज्ड टू टीच देम. हर एक चीज पीडीएफ से ही बनने वाला रहेगा तो व्हाई देयर आर टीचर्स, राइट और नो? द concept of teachers and that will get vanished only, no? Right? So listening is important, not the notes part. Okay. Notes, if you want, I'll give you, no problem. My intention is you should attend the session every day, regularly. Attend, listen each and everything what I'm telling. Whatever you are listening from that, you are making the points. That will make you sharper, guys, not only PDFs. Getting? It is my genuine experience. Okay? Coming back. So what I said, you cannot give label to which statement? Declaration. Declaration statement होता है उसको नहीं दे सकते हो. ठीक है? हाँ, you can give to this input output, like अगर आपने SOP लिखा है, ठीक है? System dot out dot println, right? And इसको अगर आपने कुछ ऐसे लेबल लिखा है, चलता है. कंपाइलर कुछ एरर नहीं देगा. मीनिंग नहीं बनता है इसका, बट दिया तो भी नॉट wrong. And you can give multiple labels also. Y colon, X colon भी गलत नहीं है. It is valid. Only declaration is not allowed. So you should remember all these points. And whatever points I tell, from that you should explore. Explore करना है ना. जाके AI को पूछो या फिर Google को पूछो. Now, asking to the Google search engine is ultimately AI mode only. ना वो भी background में AI में ही जाता है. सो आई थिंक ऐसे डेज आएंगे जहां वापस ओरिजिनल ब्राउजर में हम जाएंगे, राइट? नॉट द एआई मोड ब्राउजर, नॉर्मल ब्राउजर जो जस्ट सर्च करके सिर्फ रिजल्ट लाके देता है. गेटिंग? सो लेबल्ड ब्रेक एंड कंटिन्यू. आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड when to use a break with a label or a continue with a label. When you want to terminate the loop of your choice, especially when you are in a nested loop, a loop within a loop within a loop. And then when you want to terminate the loop, By default, it terminates the nearest loop only. So there, if you want a choice that you want to come 3 level out, 2 level out, then make use of break. Okay? And same is the case for continue also. See here. Labels allow breaking or continuing an outer loop from inside a nested loop. Like you are within a inner loop, a loop within a loop. And then you want to directly come to the outer loop, or you want to directly terminate the outer loop, then the break with label is very much useful. Okay, so labeled break, one example I'll show you. You can trace this example. Let's see whether you are able to trace it or not. Okay, see, I've given label only to the outer loop, outer for loop, outer colon. It's not necessarily on the same line. पहले लिखा है तो भी ये label इसको ही applicable है. Outer colon and फिर for loop. So this label is applicable to this for loop. ठीक है? Okay. Can anyone trace it along with me? See here. I equal to initially 0. Is 0 less than 3? I equal to 0. Is 0 less than 3? Yes or no? Can anyone tell me? I equal to 0. Is 0 less than 3? Is 0 less than 3, guys? I
Yes,
is 0. So 0 less than 3, yes, it will come inside. Condition satisfied, it will come inside. And J will again start from 0. ठीक है? I equal to 0 done. Then 0 less than 3. Right or no? Come inside. Then J loop start. J equal to 0. Is again 0 less than 3. Yes. Are both 1? Both are 0, 0. Right? So are they both 1? And I have written and. So I is 0. So this part is false. So it will not check this part only. Come down and print it. So which combination is printed? 0, comma 0. And after printing J plus plus, it will make J as 1. Is 1 less than 3? Is 1 less than 3? Yes, come inside. But this condition is not true. Are both 1? No. Therefore print. What it will print? 0, comma 1. And then J plus plus. J becomes 2. Again, is 2 less than 3? Yes, come inside. But condition is not true. Therefore print the combination. What? 0, comma 2. ठीक है? And then J becomes 3. But the moment J becomes 3, the J loop is failed. Yes or no? J has become 3. So is 3 less than 3? No. This for loop is over. And now it will come to outer for loop, I equal to 1. Is it right? Okay. The inner loop is complete now because J has become 3. The condition is false that J less than 3. So inner loop over. It will come to outer loop for I plus plus. I will become how much? 1. Is 1 less than 3? Yes, come inside. And again J loop start. Okay, what is J? 0. J is 0. Is 0 less than 3? Yes, come inside. But is this condition true? I is 1, but J is not 1. Therefore, come down and print. What it will print? 1, comma 0. After printing 1, comma 0, again J plus plus. What will be J now? 1. Is 1 less than 3? Yes, come inside. But now both the conditions are true. It is and. And means both should be true. But yes, both are true. I is 1 and J is 1. Both are true. You are writing break outer. सिर्फ ब्रेक लिखते थे तो ये लूप से बाहर आता था और I प्लस प्लस को कंटिन्यू करता था. बट हमने ब्रेक आउटर लिखा है तो इट इज डायरेक्टली गोइंग टू टर्मिनेट टू लूप्स. ओके, डायरेक्टली कौन सा वाले लूप को टर्मिनेट करेगा? that loop which is having label outer. तो outer label किसको है? ये outer loop को है ना, outer. तो डायरेक्टली उसमें से बाहर आ जाएगा. तो कौन से कॉम्बिनेशंस प्रिंट हुए? 0 0 0 1 0 2 1 0 एंड अगला 1 1 होने वाला था, कंडीशन ट्रू, ब्रेक. बट ब्रेक आउटर, अंडरस्टैंडिंग ना, डायरेक्टली टू लेवल आउट. ठीक है? इज द एक्सप्लेनेशन क्लियर? यस और नो?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
When I is 1 and j is 1, both true, break, but not only break, it is break outer. Only break होता था तो वो सिर्फ इनर लूप से बाहर आके i प्लस प्लस को आ जाता था. i एन जे 1 1 है तो ठीक है, ब्रेक. बट सिर्फ ये लूप से बाहर एंड i प्लस प्लस डायरेक्टली i इक्वल टू 2 वापस j इक्वल टू 0 से शुरू. बट हमने ब्रेक आउटर लिखा है तो डायरेक्टली टू लेवल out it is coming. If you want, I'll show you the quick output of this. See, I'm giving label outer. Then I'm writing a for loop. For int I equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. Then for int j equal to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. If I double equal to 1 and j double equal to 1, we are writing break outer. Otherwise, whatever is I and j, that we will print. Okay, I plus a comma and फिर एक j. ठीक है? Done. Check the combination. It's 0 0 0 1 0 2. All three combination printed. Then 1 0 printed. And next the combination was 1 1. अगला combination 1 1 था. बट ये कंडीशन ट्रू हो गया, ब्रेक किया, बट ब्रेक आउटर, डायरेक्टली दो लूप बाहर आ गए. ठीक है? And same way you can have a continue also with a label. Getting? We will see that output as well. Same code रखा है मैंने. I equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus, j equal to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. But here I'm just checking j equal to 1. Okay. If j is equal to 1, directly मैं लिख रहा हूं continue outer. Direct इधर आ जाएगा. Continue outer. So it will come directly to the next iteration of this loop. ठीक है? तो ट्रेस करो, देखते हैं तुम लोगों को ट्रेस करने आता है कि नहीं. Everything is based on that. Whether you are able to run it manually using paper pencil. Getting? Now your paper pencil is replaced with the screen is your paper and mouse is your pencil and using that. So initially I is 0. Is 0 less than 3? I is 0. Is 0 less than 3? Yes, come inside. J loop start. J becomes 0. Again, is 0 less than 3? Yes, come inside. But is J 1? No. So print I and J combination. That is 0 0 combination. 0 0 का combination print कर देगा. After printing 0 0 combination, it will come to J plus plus and make J as 1. अब J 1 होता है तो 1 less than 3 है. Yes, come inside. But is 1 equal to 1? Is 1 equal to 1? Yes, continue outer. Directly come to the next iteration. Directly क्या बन जाएगा? I equal to 1. ठीक है? Then is 1 less than 3? Yes, again J वाला लूप शुरू होगा. J कितना होगा? 0. ठीक है? 0 less than 3? Yes. Come here. Is 0 less than 3? Yes. Is 0 equal to 1? No. Then print ij. तो I and J का combination क्या है? 1 0. ठीक है? And फिर J plus plus J 1 हो जाएगा. Is 1 less than 3? Yes. But is 1 equal to 1? Yes. Continue outer. Directly यहां आ जाएगा. And direct I कितना बन जाएगा? 2. ठीक है? अभी कॉमन सेंस है, अगला आउटपुट 2 0 इससे पाएगा. तो I कितना बन गया? 2. Is 2 less than 3? Yes. Come inside. Again start J. with 0. 0 less than 3, yes. Is 0 equal to 1? No. Print ij combination, that is 2 0. ठीक है? Okay, and then j becomes 1. 1 less than 3, but 1 is equal to 1. As 1 is equal to 1, continue outer. डायरेक्ट यहां और I 3 बन जाएगा. बट अभी I भी 3 हो गया है ना, तो आउटर लूप भी फेल हो जाएगा. I has become 3. Is 3 less than 3? No, outer loop stop. So only which combination it printed? 0 0, 1 0 and 2 0. क्योंकि बाद में जब 1 हो रहा है तो ये कंडीशन ट्रू हो रहा है. It is directly coming to increment I. Okay, guys? Yes, I'll show you that quick output over here. What I'll do, I'll take this for loop only. Same thing I'll keep. Only here I'll add that condition that j is equal to 1. And instead of break, I'm going to use continue. And continue outer. ठीक है? Only continue रहता था, so it will just come to the next iteration of its nearest loop. Only continue होता था ना, तो printing नहीं करेगा, सिर्फ j++ को आएगा. But continue outer लिखा है, तो it is directly coming to that loop which is having label outer. किसको है ये first line? Continue outer and directly I++. ठीक है? See ya. Can you see? Is it printing only 0 0, 1 0 and 2 0? That's all. Okay. So I hope you got this.